My child, can you hear me? I've been trying to reach you all night. In the stillness, in the silence, I was whispering to your soul. I saw the tears you didn't cry out loud. I felt the weight on your chest, the thoughts that kept you awake. And I've come to tell you this. You are not alone. You were never alone. While you lay in bed, tossing and turning, wondering if the truth would ever come to light, your guardian angel stood watch, fighting battles in the unseen, pushing back the darkness that tried to consume you, delivering my message over and over again until your heart would be still enough to hear it. So here it is, beloved. There's something you need to know. Someone close to you, someone you trusted, someone you gave your heart, your time, your energy to, has not been who you thought they were. I've been showing you pieces, glimpses, through moments that didn't feel right, through words that wounded when they should have healed, through actions that contradicted the love they claimed to have for you. You kept brushing it off, didn't you? You gave them the benefit of the doubt. You thought loving like me meant enduring in silence. You told yourself to forgive, again and again, and I saw your heart. How genuine it was. How deeply you wanted to see the good in them. But I need you to listen now. This is not about blame. This is about truth. And truth, my child, will always set you free. The truth is, not everyone who says, "Lord, Lord," belongs to me. Some are drawn to your light, but not because they love the light. They love the warmth it gives them. And when they no longer need it, they walk away. That's not your fault. But I'm calling you into a new season, a season where your eyes will be opened and your soul will be protected, where discernment will rise within you and your spirit will finally find peace. You've cried enough tears over people who were never meant to carry your heart. You've wrestled long enough with the feeling of being too much or not enough. I was there through it all. And I want you to know, I am not disappointed in you. I'm proud of you. Even in your confusion, you chose kindness. Even in betrayal, you chose mercy. Even in silence, you prayed. Even when it hurt, you loved. That's the kind of heart that reflects me. But now I'm asking you to be still, to let me reveal what you've been trying so hard to ignore. You won't need to go searching for evidence. The truth will come to you in ways that cannot be denied. Because you've asked me, haven't you? Lord, if this person isn't right, for me, show me. God, if they're lying to me, expose it. Father, protect me from those who don't have pure intentions. I heard every word, and now I'm answering. But I won't just expose. I will heal. I will restore what they took from you. I will rebuild what they broke. I will redeem what they never valued. You are more precious to me than you know. You are my beloved, my chosen, my child. If your heart is open right now, if you can feel this truth stirring deep inside you, type 1111 in the comments. That's not just a number. That's a sign of alignment, a symbol of my perfect timing unfolding in your life. And if you believe I'm speaking to you right now, if you trust that I've sent this message to confirm what you already felt in your spirit, then type Amen. Let the heavens witness your faith. I want you to breathe for a moment. Place your hand on your heart and listen, not just with your ears, but with your soul. Because what I'm about to say is meant to reach the part of you that's been buried beneath doubt, disappointment, and quiet heartbreak. I know you've been trying to make sense of things. You've replayed conversations in your head over and over again, asking yourself where you went wrong, what you could have done differently, why someone you trusted could be the one to hurt you the most. But my child, I need you to stop blaming yourself. You gave your love. You gave your loyalty. You gave your prayers. And I received every single one. But you were never meant to save someone at the cost of your own soul. You asked me to protect you. And sometimes my protection doesn't look like a warm embrace. It looks like painful separation. It looks like distance. It looks like silence that breaks your heart, but saves your life. That's why I sent your guardian angel, not just to shield you, but to awaken you, to stir your spirit in the quiet hours of the night, to remind you that something wasn't right. You felt it, didn't you? That tug in your spirit, that ache in your chest, that strange peace in walking away even when your heart begged you to stay. That was me. I've been speaking to you through closed doors, through unanswered calls, through moments where everything seemed to fall apart, only so I could put you back together again. I know you feel betrayed, but this is not the end of your story. I am removing what was built on lies, so I can establish what is rooted in truth. You see, the one who hurt you may never confess. They may never apologize, but I will bring clarity, I will bring justice, and you will see it. Not to shame them, but to remind you that I see everything. Even the pain you tried to hide, even the tears you cried in secret, even the nights you prayed, Lord, please, just tell me what's real. This is what's real, my love, for you. Unchanging, unfailing, unbreakable. You are not foolish for loving someone deeply. You are not weak for holding on. But now I'm asking you to release it, to give me what you can't carry anymore. Because there is something better ahead. There are friendships that won't drain you. There is love that won't confuse you. There is peace that doesn't come with conditions. But for that to come, this part must close. You must trust that what I remove, I replace. That what I allow to fall away, I fill with something far greater. I know it's not easy. But listen, do not run back to what I rescued you from. Don't reach for the comfort of the familiar when I'm calling you into something new. If this part is speaking to you, I want you to type, I surrender, in the comments. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It means letting me take over. It means trusting that I've got this. And if you can feel my spirit confirming this truth in you right now, type Ombedito Amen Adebuan again. Because every time you say yes to me, heaven moves on your behalf. Your healing has already begun. Your clarity is already coming. Your peace is already being restored. But you must stay with me. You must believe that letting go is not losing. It's making space for something holy. Stay close, my child. The most powerful truth is still to come. I want you to know, there was never a moment I wasn't watching over you. Even when you felt forgotten, I remembered every detail. Even when they lied to your face, I held your heart in my hands. Even when you cried alone. In your room, thinking no one saw you, I was right there, and so was the one I assigned to you. Your guardian angel didn't leave your side. You may not have seen the danger, but your angel did. You may not have noticed how close you were to breaking him, but heaven saw. And so I intervened. I let it fall apart, because I love you too much to let you build your future on something that was never true. I let the mask fall off because I want you to stop doubting your intuition. I let them walk away, because what's ahead is far too holy for deception to enter with you. And now, the veil is lifting. That feeling you've had in your spirit, like something was hidden, like something was being kept from you, it wasn't in your head. It was real. And you were right to wonder, right to question, right to pause. But I didn't reveal it sooner because I was preparing your heart. Because the truth, my child, is powerful and sometimes painful. But I would never show you anything just to break you. I only reveal to restore. So hear me now. That person you trusted, yes, the one who looked the part, spoke like they cared, acted like they were with you. They had secrets. But what was hidden in the dark is now coming into the light. Not for revenge, not for shame, but for freedom. Your freedom. Because you've been second-guessing yourself for too long. You've been dimming your light to make others feel comfortable. You've been pretending you're okay just to keep the peace. But you don't have to pretend anymore. Let the truth come. Let the light shine. Let the masks fall. You don't need their approval when you already have my affirmation. You don't need their love when you are already fully loved by me. You don't need their version of the story, because I am the author of truth, and I will show you what you need to know. If something in your spirit is stirring, if you feel like this is exactly what you needed to hear, type, "Speak, Lord," in the comments, because when you ask me to speak, I will. When you give me permission to lead, I go before you. And when you open your heart to me, no lie, no betrayal, no deception can stand against the power of my truth. Don't be afraid of what's being revealed. Rejoice, because the truth isn't your enemy. It's your way out. It's how I lead you to healing. Yes, the one you trusted may have had secrets, but I have a plan, and nothing they did can stop what I'm about to do next. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal next will change how you see everything. Now listen closely, my beloved. There's something sacred about this moment, because right now I'm not just revealing the truth about them, I'm revealing the truth about you. You've been walking around with this quiet ache in your soul, wondering why you keep attracting people who take more than they give, why the ones you love the most seem to hurt you the deepest, why you always feel like you're fighting to be understood, to be chosen, to be seen. But I want you to hear me clearly. You are not too much. You are just too real for people who were never meant to go where I'm taking you. That love in your heart, that fierce loyalty, that deep compassion, that forgiving spirit, that is a reflection of me. But the enemy tried to twist it, tried to make you think it was a flaw, tried to make you believe that being sensitive was a weakness, that being faithful was foolish, that being generous meant you'd always end up empty. But no more. You see, I created you to love deeply, but I also created you to be protected. You were never meant to be everyone's healer. You were never meant to carry the burden of fixing what they refuse to surrender. And you were never, ever meant to settle for a counterfeit when I've prepared the real thing. That's why I allowed the truth to come to light. Because you were about to give your forever to someone who didn't value your today. You were about to pour from a cup that was already cracked, and I love you far too much to let that happen. So I sent your angel to interrupt your night, to shake your spirit awake, to whisper, "Look again. Something is not right." And now here you are, finally hearing what your heart has known all along. The truth may sting, yes, but it's not here to break you. It's here to build you. I'm rebuilding your identity. I'm restoring your confidence. I'm redeeming the time you thought was wasted, because nothing was wasted. Even the pain served a purpose. Even the betrayal birthed clarity. Even the silence gave you space to hear me again. And here's what I'm saying to you now. It's okay to let go. You don't need closure from them when you have confirmation from me. You don't need them to validate your feelings when I've already seen every part of your heart. I am the God who restores. I am the God who redeems. I am the God who gives beauty for ashes and turns mourning into dancing. If you believe I'm about to restore you in ways that eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard, then type "I believe" in the comments. And if you're ready to release the pain, the confusion, the questions you've been carrying, type "It is done." Let that be your declaration. Let that be your turning point. Because now, you are stepping into clarity, into healing, into peace that doesn't shake when people leave. You're not who you used to be, and what hurt you before will not have power over you again. The final part of this message is coming, and in it, my child, you will understand why the storm had to come before the blessing could arrive. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The moment where everything starts to make sense. You see, all along, the enemy wanted to convince you that the pain had no purpose, that the betrayal was random, that the sleepless nights were wasted. but I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the God who sees the end from the beginning, and nothing that touched your life was outside my reach. That person you trusted? Yes, I saw their heart before you ever met them. I knew what they would hide from you. I knew the words they would say when you weren't listening. I knew the promises they would break, the wounds they would leave. But I allowed it, not to punish you, but to prepare you, because what I'm about to bring into your life requires strength. It requires wisdom. It requires truth. And the version of you that tolerated lies, that settled for half love, that bent until you nearly broke, that version had to go. So I used what the enemy meant for harm to forge something new in you, a fire, a resilience, a discernment that cannot be fooled again. That person's chapter in your life is over. Don't reopen it. Don't reread it. Don't romanticize it. Let it stay closed, so the next page can be written in my hand. I have someone for you. Someone real. Someone whose heart beats in rhythm with mine. Someone who will see you as I see you, not as a project, not as a convenience, but as a treasure. But you cannot receive that while your hands are still holding yesterday's ashes. Let them go. I have a calling on your life that is bigger than the betrayal. I have a purpose for you that's deeper than this pain. You were never just made to survive. You were made to soar. But before I lift you higher, I need you to trust me fully. Because I'm not just removing people. I'm removing fear. I'm removing the belief that love must hurt. I'm removing the lie that you are hard to love, difficult to understand or easy to walk away from. No, my child, you are my workmanship. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are seen. You are chosen. You are loved. And your guardian angel still by your side has been praising with every step you've taken toward healing. They've witnessed the battles you didn't speak of and the victories you didn't even recognize. This is one of those victories. The truth has been revealed. The mask has been lifted. And the burden has been broken. Now all that's left is to move forward with me. Let me walk with you into the future I've prepared. Let me rewrite your story in love and light and freedom. If you're ready for that, if your heart is open, if you feel that deep stirring inside you, then type, "I'm ready," in the comments right now. Let all of heaven see your surrender. Let your angels rejoice. And if you felt the weight of this message, if you know, beyond all doubt, that this was my voice speaking through every word, then type on Amen and share this with someone who needs to hear it too. Because the truth wasn't just meant to heal you, it was meant to awaken others too. The time has come. You are free now, and I am so proud of you. My beloved child, you've been wondering your whole life, haven't you? Why things happened the way they did. Why someone so close to your heart was taken away too soon. Why it felt like your cries went unanswered. Like heaven was silent when your world fell apart. But heaven wasn't silent. I wasn't silent. I saw your tears. Every single one. I heard the prayers you whispered into your pillow when no one else was listening. And I held your heart closer than you could ever imagine. There's something you were never told, something no one could fully explain. A message meant for you, hidden since you were small. Not because I didn't want you to know, but because the world wasn't quiet enough for you to hear me. But now, finally, in this moment, you are still, and I can speak. I want to tell you something your soul has been aching to understand. About that person you lost, the one you miss every single day. They didn't leave you. I brought them home. Yes, home. They were not taken as a punishment. They were not forgotten in their suffering. No, they were received. By me. You see, my child, when someone leaves this world, they do not disappear. They returned to me, to peace, to rest, to love, so complete it would overwhelm you to feel it all at once. And the one you miss? They're with me now, smiling, whole, and watching over you, not from a place of sadness but from a place of deep, eternal understanding. They want you to know something. They've been waiting for this moment too. They whisper through my spirit now. Tell them I never stopped loving them. Tell them I didn't want to go. But I understand now. He needed me here. And you, my dear, are stronger than you think. I've seen every moment you wanted to give up, but you didn't. I am so proud of you. You were never alone. Even in that room when you were crying on the floor, even in the hospital waiting room, even when you stared at the sky begging for an answer, I was holding you. Do you remember that feeling? Like something wrapped around your heart when you were completely broken? That wasn't just comfort. That was me, and that was them, their love for you flowing through the space between heaven and earth. Because love like that, it doesn't die. It lives forever, just like they do. You wonder why you didn't. Hear their voice one last time. Why you couldn't say goodbye the way you wanted. But my child, what if I told you there was no need for goodbye, because what you shared is not over. I gave you a bond not even death can break. And one day, yes, one day, there will be no more tears, no more pain, only joy, only reunion, only love. But until then, they want you to live, not just exist. Live. They want you to rise each morning knowing you are not forgotten. They want you to chase your dreams again, to laugh again, to breathe in my grace every day. If you're reading this now, it's not by accident. This is the moment I planned long ago, when your heart would be ready to receive this truth. You are not alone. You never were. You never will be. If you believe in me, type Amen. If you feel this message is for you, type 1111 in the comments. Let the heavens know you're listening, that you heard their voice through mine. And stay with me, child. There is more you need to hear. You've carried so much, haven't you? Weight that no one else could see. Smiles you put on even when your soul was breaking. And questions. So many questions. Why did it have to be them? Why didn't you stop it, God? Why didn't I get one more moment? One more hug? One more day? And I understand, I really do. You see, I gave you the capacity to love that deeply. So I also understand the depth of your grief. I gave you a heart that feels things others might overlook. And I know how much it hurt when they left. But they didn't leave without purpose, and they didn't leave without promise. They left behind something powerful in you. A reflection of them. A part of their spirit that lives on through every kind word you speak, every tear you shed in love, every memory you carry like a sacred treasure. There's something I want you to remember. They didn't just live. They made you who you are. They planted seeds of love, laughter, and strength deep within you. And now, I'm asking you to let those seeds grow. Don't bury your heart in sorrow. Plant it in hope. Water it with faith. Nourish it with truth. Because I still have purpose for you. You're not finished. You are still part of the story I'm writing, and so are they. You want to know the truth? The truth is, every tear you cried for them was seen. Every prayer you prayed, even when you didn't have words, I heard them all. That moment when you felt like falling apart, that was when I was closest. The Bible says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." You were never abandoned, not for a second. The silence you felt, it wasn't absence, it was me, holding space for you to grieve, letting your soul speak without interruption, letting you feel, truly feel, so you could one day heal. And now, my child, it's time to start that healing. I'm not asking you to forget them. I'm asking you to remember them fully, without the pain overpowering the love. They are safe. They are at peace, and they are proud of you. So proud. They've seen the days you kept going when it made no sense to. They've seen the quiet bravery behind your daily routine. They've seen you holding it all together when no one else noticed. And if they could speak to you now, and,
oh, how they long for you to hear, they'd say, "You were my heart, and you still are."
I'm not far, I'm just beyond the veil, I walk with you every step, don't you dare give up now. So don't give up. Don't let despair write the end of this chapter. I am the author of your story, and I have not turned the year. Final page. There's so much more for you, so much beauty still to come, but you must trust me. You must believe that there is more than this pain, that even now, even after all that has happened, you are still chosen, still loved, still held. Type, "I trust you, Lord," if you're ready to believe that your story isn't over. Type 7777 if you know the one you lost is smiling down from heaven right now. You are not forgotten. They are not forgotten. And this moment is just the beginning of what I want to reveal to you. Stay with me. There's something else you've been waiting your whole life to hear. You've been waiting for clarity, waiting for a sign, something real, something that feels like them, something that tells you they're okay, that you'll be okay. So here it is. That dream you had where they were smiling, that sudden warmth in your chest when you were thinking of them, that moment when a song came on at just the right time and you felt your heart crack open, that wasn't a coincidence. That was me. And that was them. Because I honor love like that. I carry every bond formed in me into eternity, and I allow glimpses, little whispers of heaven. So you don't lose hope while you walk through earth. You thought they were gone, but they were closer than you knew, watching, whispering prayers over you, rooting for you in ways you can't yet comprehend, because I've told you before. We are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses. They are part of that cloud, your cloud. And every time you make a choice to rise again, to speak love when hate is easier, to keep breathing through the heaviness, they see it, and they celebrate. You didn't need to be perfect. You didn't need to pretend you weren't broken. In fact, it was your brokenness that allowed me to come close, to wrap you in grace, to whisper what the world never told you, that your heart matters, that your grief is sacred, that your journey is not in vain. You've wondered, haven't you? If you'd done something differently, could they have stayed? Could the ending have been changed? But my child, let go of the guilt. There is nothing you could have done to rewrite what I already called completed. And I don't want you to live carrying weight I never asked you to bear. They never blamed you, neither do I. This life, it's filled with mysteries too deep for your heart to fully grasp. But here's what I want you to hold on to. They fulfilled their purpose, even if it was shorter than you wanted, even if it felt incomplete. To me, it was perfectly timed. And now they are in the presence of perfect peace, a peace that surpasses understanding. They want you to know. I didn't leave unfinished. I left knowing you'd carry the light forward. I left knowing your life would be the continuation of my love. Yes, your life is their legacy. And I chose you to carry that legacy with grace and with courage. Even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when you miss them so deeply that it feels like your chest might collapse. I am with you, and they are too. So when you feel like you can't go on, talk to me. When you feel like the world doesn't understand your grief, talk to me. When you wish you could hear their voice one more time, close your eyes. Because through my spirit, love speaks louder than pain. Type, I receive this if your heart feels these words. Type 4444 if you know their love still surrounds you. I'm not finished speaking. There's still one more truth, one more secret of heaven that's meant just for you. Don't walk away yet, my beloved. There is healing in the next breath. Do you feel that? That quiet stirring deep within your chest? It's not just emotion. It's me. It's them. Because this isn't just a message. It's a divine moment. A holy pause in time, where heaven leans close to earth. Where you are seen, where you are heard, where the pain you've carried for years is finally being understood. You were never supposed to carry it alone. And now, you don't have to. There's something they've been wanting you to hear, a truth that will set your heart free. I see how you miss me, and I know how heavy it still feels. But I need you to live your life fully, not half alive because of my absence. I want you to smile again, for real, to laugh again without guilt, to love and be loved without fear. You've been afraid to let go of the pain, haven't you? Because it felt like if you did, you might lose the last piece of them. But, my child, letting go of pain doesn't mean letting go of them. It means making room for joy, for new beginnings, for the purpose I placed in your life from the start. They don't want you to stay stuck in mourning. They want you to move forward, carrying their love as your strength. They're not your weakness. They're your wings. So rise. Rise with the memory of their laughter echoing in your spirit. Rise with the fire of their legacy burning in your soul. Rise because life is still a gift, and you are still called. I created you not just to survive, but to overcome. And when the enemy whispered that loss would destroy you, I was already writing your victory. When grief tried to harden your heart, I was already planting the seeds of healing. You're not broken beyond repair. You are breaking open, and from the cracks, light will pour out. I know it hurts. I know the waves still crash when you least expect them. But you are learning to swim in them. And one day soon, you'll learn to dance in the rain. Because what you lost wasn't the end. It was a doorway. Sacred passage through which your heart has grown softer, deeper, stronger. And if they were here right now, standing beside you, they would say, I never really left. I walk with you in every step you take. I cheer for you in every quiet victory. And one day I will hold you again. Until then, live for both of us. Can you feel it now? That warmth, that peace gently wrapping around you. That's me. That's them. That's love everlasting. If you believe you are not alone, type, I am not alone. If you know their love is still with you, type 8888 in the comments. Let this be your declaration. Let this be your healing. Because you're almost ready, my child. Ready for what comes next. The final part of this message, where the truth of what really happened is revealed. Are you ready to know what they've been waiting all this time to tell you? Stay close. Take a deep breath. Let your heart be still. Because this is the part they've waited so long. For you to hear, not just in your ears, but in your soul. The truth that was hidden from you since childhood. The truth that heaven has guarded until your heart was ready, is this. You were never left behind. You were chosen to stay. Not as punishment, not as abandonment, but as purpose. Because through you, their love would continue to move. Through you and I would write new stories of hope. Through you, the light that once lived in them would still shine into a dark and hurting world. You always wondered, why them? Why not me? But the real question was always, why not you? I placed something sacred inside you, a tenderness that comes only through loss, a courage born from walking through fire, a voice, your voice, that would one day comfort others the way I comforted you. This was never just about what you lost. It was always about what you're becoming. The message they couldn't say before they left is this. You were the one I trusted to carry on what I could not finish. I see you now, still standing, still breathing, still trying, and I love you even more for it. You've already made me proud. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your becoming. Because pain, it has shaped you, but it has not defined you. Grief, it has changed you, but it has not broken you. Love, the kind that reaches across heaven and earth, that is what remains. So let me ask you now, will you trust me? Will you give me your broken heart and let me make something beautiful with it? Will you let go of the guilt, the shame, the what-ifs, and the silence? Because I want to fill the silence with peace. I want to turn your mourning into strength. I want to show you what redemption looks like. You were never forgotten. You were never unloved. And the one you miss, they've been cheering you on this whole time. From the moment you cried as a child wondering where I was, to this moment right now, where your soul is finally hearing the truth. I've been here. They've been here. And we always will. First, heaven is not far, it's one breath away. And when your time comes, you'll see. They've just been waiting at the door. But until then, live, shine, love, forgive, and never forget. I am with you always, even to the end of the age. If this message was meant for your heart, type, I receive it, Lord. If you know someone else needs to hear this, share it. Let it go beyond you. Let it ripple through someone else's pain. And if you believe your loved one is watching from heaven, type, I love you in the comments. Let heaven hear you. You are not alone. You never were. You never will be. And the one who left? They just went ahead to prepare a place. And one day you'll walk through that door and see them smiling again, whole, radiant, and waiting with open arms. Tonight, I need your full attention. Not because you stumbled here by accident, not because this is just another video you're watching before bed, but because heaven has something to say to you, something that was kept in the silence of eternity until now. And tonight it can't wait any longer. You see, there was a moment before you ever took your first breath, before your name was ever whispered by your parents, before the world ever saw you. I did. I saw you. And I loved you. Not with a distant kind of love, but with a fire that couldn't be quenched. A love so deep it wrote your name on the palms of my hands. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know life hasn't always felt like a gift. I know you've had nights where you lay awake staring at the ceiling, wondering if your existence is some kind of mistake. But what if I told you your entire life has been wrapped inside a promise, one you didn't even know I made, a covenant not sealed with ink or words, but with blood and love, a sacred agreement between heaven and your destiny, and tonight I want to reveal it to you. So sit with me, just for a little while. I've watched you smile through pain. I've seen your strength when no one else did. I've heard the prayers you whispered under your breath, the ones you thought disappeared into the air. I caught every tear. I felt every ache. And I need you to know, none of it was wasted. You were never alone. The world may have turned its back, people may have walked away, but I never did. I couldn't, because I made a vow over your life. One that said you would never be forsaken, not in the darkest night, not in the loudest storm, not in the depths of your doubt. You were mine, always. If your heart is beating faster right now, that's me. That's my spirit awakening something inside you. That part of you that forgot it was chosen. That part that buried its dreams beneath disappointment. That part that still hopes, even when everything says not to. And I want you to know this. Tonight is not ordinary. Tonight is sacred. Because there's a secret you've carried in your spirit. An ache, a longing, a hunger for something more, something real. That hunger was never random. It was planted in you by me. and it's time you understood what it's pointing to. There's a reason you feel so deeply. There's a reason your heart breaks for others. There's a reason you don't fit into the boxes the world tries to place you in. You were not made to blend in. You were made to carry light in places that have never seen it before. And that's the truth the enemy has tried to hide from you. But I won't let him. Not tonight. If you've ever felt like giving up, if you've ever felt like your life is just moving in circles, if you've ever said, "God, do you even see me?" then I want you to pause this moment and type 1111. I believe you're speaking to me. Because I am. And here's something else I need you to know. I knew every wrong turn you'd take, every sin, every failure, every heartbreak, and still, I never changed my mind about you. That's what grace looks like. Not a reward for your perfection, but a rescue plan for your brokenness. And yes, that plan was written before the stars ever hung in the sky. You've never had to be perfect for me to love you. You've never had to earn it. Because when my son hung on that cross, he wasn't dying for the version of you that has it all together. He was dying for the real you, the hurting you, the doubting you, the ashamed and exhausted you. And his final words still echo through time. It is finished. That means your shame, finished. Your guilt, finished. Your unworthiness, finished. Tonight, heaven has decided it's time you knew the truth. You were never a mistake. You are part of a divine strategy to bring hope to places no one else could reach. That's why you were born when you were. That's why you've survived what you did. That's why, even now, you're still here. And if your heart is saying yes, even if your mind is unsure, then just whisper, "Amen," in the comments. Let it be a declaration to heaven that you're ready, that you believe, that even if you don't understand everything, you trust the one who does. This is only the beginning. There's more I need to show you. But for now, just breathe. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved. And you have never been forgotten. Now that your heart is open, now that you've heard my whisper in the stillness, I need you to remember something you may have forgotten along the way. You are not who the world told you to be. You are who I say you are. You are my child. Before this world placed labels on you, before they called you too much, too quiet, too broken, too complicated, I called you mine. I formed you with purpose. I crafted you in secret, and I placed gifts inside of you that this world hasn't even seen yet. You've questioned why your journey has been so hard, why others seem to find peace while you wrestle through nights of silence and days of heaviness. And maybe you've even wondered if I forgot about you. But listen to me closely. I never forgot. I was writing your story. Not every chapter was meant to make sense immediately. Some pages were written in tears, yes, but they were also soaked in grace. And grace isn't just a gentle word. It's power. It's redemption. It's me reaching into your chaos and saying, I still choose you. You have no idea how many times I've shielded you. The car you didn't get in, the relationship that ended, the job that fell through. What felt like rejection was often protection. And even when you cried out, not understanding, I was working all things together for your good. My child, I need you to trust something deeper than your feelings, because your feelings can change with a word, a look, a moment. But my promise doesn't change. My love doesn't shift with the seasons. My eyes have never once left you. You are covered by a covenant, an ancient agreement older than time. A promise I made over your soul that no demon in hell can cancel. I said I would never leave you. I said no weapon formed against you would prosper. I said you are the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. I said when you pass through the waters, I'll be with you. And when you walk through fire, you won't be burned. And I meant every word. You are still standing not because of your own strength, but because of mine. You've walked through what should have broken you, and yet, here you are. Still, breathing, still trying, still hoping, still mine. There is a more inside of you than what you've seen. Your failures didn't cancel your future. Your detours didn't change your destination. Heaven's plan hasn't changed, even if your path has looked messy. You might feel unworthy, but I call you a redeemed arriy. You might feel forgotten, but I call you my chosen. You might feel like you have nothing left, but I say, what you have is enough for me to use. If you're ready to let go of the lies, if you're ready to stop letting your past define your worth, type, I release it, in the comments. Let heaven and hell both know. You're not bound anymore. You're not who you used to be. You're becoming who I always saw, and I know. You've been tired. You've carried silent battles that no one sees. You've encouraged others while you were barely holding yourself together. You've walked through dark valleys with nothing but the hope that maybe I still had a plan for you. Well, tonight, that hope is not a maybe. It's a yes. Yes, I have a plan. Yes, I still want to use you. Yes, there is purpose in your pain. Yes, you are called for something greater than survival. Yes, this is your turning point. Tonight, I'm reviving the dreams that fear tried to bury. I'm healing wounds that time couldn't touch. I'm restoring what the enemy stole. And you don't have to beg for it, you just have to receive it. Close your eyes and breathe me in. You are not alone. You've never been. This moment, this message, is a sign that heaven hasn't forgotten you. And if you believe it, if you feel me drawing near, type, Amen, I receive this. Your story is not over. You're only just beginning. There's something else I need to tell you, something heaven has held close until your heart was ready. You were born under a divine assignment, even when you didn't know it. Even when you were walking through shadows, even when you questioned your own worth. There was something placed on your life that the world didn't give, and therefore, the world cannot take away. The calling I've placed on you isn't based on your qualifications. It's based on my sovereignty. That means no matter what you've done, no matter what you've lost, no matter who walked away, or what you think you lack, your purpose still stands. The enemy tried to silence it early, didn't he? Tried to convince you that you were too broken to be used. Tried to bury you under shame, guilt, depression, maybe even thoughts of ending it all. But here's the truth that's stronger than every lie. You are still here. And as long as you are breathing, there is still a plan unfolding over your life that is greater than anything you've imagined. You are not forgotten. I've seen how hard it's been for you to keep going. I know the battles you fought in secret, the nights where you wondered if you'd ever feel light again, the days when even smiling felt like a burden. But listen, child, that's the evidence of your anointing. Do you think the enemy would fight you this hard if you weren't carrying something valuable? Do you think he would waste so much time trying to break someone who isn't a threat to darkness? You shine brighter than you know. And you've been through what you've been through so others can one day walk through it too, because you will help lead them out. This is not just about your healing, it's about your calling. Yes, I'm talking to you. There are people whose breakthroughs are connected to your obedience. There are stories that will be rewritten because of your courage. There are chains that will break because of your yes. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need to trust me enough to take the next step. That dream that won't leave you alone, that idea that keeps stirring in your soul, that tug in your spirit that keeps calling you to do more, be more, love deeper, speak bolder, that's me. That's the evidence that I've been with you all along. And tonight I want to reawaken what life tried to put to sleep. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too damaged. You are exactly where you need to be for me to do something miraculous. But you have to believe again. Can you do that? Can you choose to trust, just for this moment, that I haven't abandoned you, that I'm still writing your story and the best chapters are yet to be read? If you feel something stirring right now, if something inside you is saying, I needed this, then pause and type, I believe you still have a plan for me. Because I do. And not only do I have a plan, I have already gone ahead of you to prepare the way. Just like I parted the sea, just like I shut the mouths of lions, just like I stood in the fire with my children, I will do it again. For you. Don't look at what you see with your natural eyes. Look with faith. See beyond the brokenness. See beyond the delay. See beyond the fear. I am working even now. And no, it won't always make sense. But if you will walk with me in the mystery, I will show you wonders. If you will surrender, I will strengthen. If you will obey, I will open doors that no man can shut. You don't have to strive for it. You just have to surrender to it. I didn't call you to be perfect. I called you to be willing. And tonight, I see your heart beginning to open again. So come closer, child. There's still more I need you to hear. More I've been waiting to pour into you. More you were born to become. But for now, just whisper to me, I'm listening, Lord. And believe with all your heart, this is not the end. It's the awakening. You're still here. And because you are, there's something sacred we need to talk about, something most overlook, but heaven hasn't. There's been a tar covering over your life. Not everyone saw it. Not everyone believed in it. Not even you believed in it at times, but I covered you anyway. I kept you when you didn't want to be kept. I protected you from things you didn't even know were chasing you. And I'm not talking about physical danger alone. I'm talking about the thoughts that tried to consume you. The moments when the emptiness inside felt louder than any hope. The nights where no one checked in. And still, I stayed. I stayed. Because you matter that much. There was a moment in the heavens before time began. A moment not recorded in any book but engraved in eternity, when I looked at the span of all creation and said, This one has to exist. This one must carry my light into the darkness. And that one was you. You're not a mistake. You're not an afterthought. You're a divine idea, spoken into being by the breath of God. And this life of yours? It's not random. It's a puzzle piece in a masterpiece you haven't fully seen yet. Some pieces have been jagged. Some have drawn blood. But they all belong. Even the pieces you've tried to throw away, those too will fit in the picture. I'm painting through your life. You see the fragments. But I see the whole eye. And even though the process has been long and some promises feel like they're taking forever to arrive, nothing I've spoken over you will return empty. My word does not fail. My timing is not slow. I am not late. I'm intentional. You cried for answers, and I heard you. But sometimes I don't give answers. Sometimes I give strength. And I've been strengthening you in the waiting. Because what I've prepared for you is bigger than you think. And your character had to be ready to hold the weight of it. I know it's hard, I know it's been lonely. But child, you haven't been going in circles. You've been going deeper. I've been digging wells in your soul, places where my living water can rise up and flow into others. You are being prepared to part and pour, not just to survive. That's why you feel so deeply. That's why you've battled so much. Because I didn't create you to live a small life. I created you to shift atmospheres, to break generational chains, to carry peace where chaos reigns, to represent my heart where it's been forgotten. And you don't need to be a preacher or stand on a stage. Your life is the message. The way you love when others Don't say the way you forgive when it hurts, the way you show up even when you're tired. That's power. That's kingdom. That's me, alive in you. So don't underestimate the impact you're already making. You think no one notices, but I see every moment, and there are rewards in heaven with your name written on them. The story isn't over. No matter what the enemy told you, no matter who gave up on you, no matter how many times you had to start over, I have not changed my mind about you. And if you're still here listening, it means your heart knows this is true. So don't run from it. Don't hide. Type, I receive this. I will not run from who I am. Because the world needs what you carry. You're not too broken. You're not too far gone. You are exactly the kind of person I use, humble, scarred, surrendered, ready, and what's coming, what's ahead, will make sense of everything. Just hold on, child. We're almost there. My beloved child, I've seen your tears when no one else was watching. I've heard the silent cries in your heart, the ones you were too afraid to speak aloud. I know the weight you've been carrying, and I want you to know this. You were never alone. Even in the darkest night, even when you felt abandoned, I was there. I walked beside you when you thought you couldn't take another step. I carried you when you fell to your knees. And even now, in this very moment, I am right here, speaking through this message just for you. You see, there's something you were meant to hear, a message that's been waiting to reach you. From someone who has already stepped into eternity, someone whose soul is with me now in perfect peace, and they left behind a final whisper, a message meant for your heart, a message of hope, of love, and of transformation. But before I give you that message, I need you to breathe. Just breathe. Close your eyes for a moment and feel this truth wrap around you. You are loved. Not because of what you've done, not because you've been perfect, but because you are mine. I formed you in your mother's womb. I know the number of hairs on your head. I know every scar you hide, every fear you wrestle with in silence. And still, I choose you. I pursue you. I call you by name. Type 1111 if you feel something shifting in your heart right now. Type Amen if you believe I am speaking directly to you. You see, your story is not over. No matter how broken the pages have been, no matter how many chapters you wish you could erase, I am the author, and I am not done writing. You thought it was the end. You thought what happened, that loss, that betrayal, that mistake, disqualified you from joy. But my child, what if I told you that even through the pain I was preparing something greater? What if I told you that the very ashes of your past are the soil for your future blessing? The one who left this earth, they are with me now, and their eyes have seen what yours cannot. They have seen the glory. They have seen the place I've prepared not just for them, but for you too. They want you to know something. They want you to remember what matters. They want you to wake up, not just with your eyes, but with your soul, because your life is about to change forever. But to step into that change, you must let go of the lies, the lie that says you're not enough, the lie that says you've missed your chance, the lie that says you're too far gone, you're not too late, you're not too broken. You are exactly where you need to be. Because right here in this moment, I am meeting you. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to fix yourself before you come to me. I want your honesty. I want your pain. I want your heart. Open it to me now. And just whisper this simple prayer in your heart. Lord, if this is really you, then please don't let me miss what you're trying to tell me. Now type I'm listening in the comments if you just prayed that. Stay with me, my child, because what's coming next is the message you've been waiting your whole life to hear. My child, this message was left behind not in ink, but in spirit, not on paper, but in the fabric of eternity. It was carried to me in prayer, in whispered love and in unspoken hopes. You remember them, don't you? That voice that once comforted you, that presence that once made you feel safe, that soul who once stood beside you through the trials of life. Yes, them. They are here with me now, no longer in pain, no longer burdened by time or tears. And, from the place where sorrow cannot reach, they are watching, waiting. And today, their voice echoes through eternity to speak to you. They want you to know. They forgave you. Yes, even for the things you still carry shame over, the things you never got to say, the apologies you never gave, the guilt you buried deep, pretending you were fine. They want you to let that go, because up here, there is only grace, only love, only truth. They want you to live again, to stop merely surviving, and truly start living. They see the way you've been hiding, smiling on the outside but fading on the inside. They've seen the way you've tried to be strong for everyone else, even when you felt like you were falling apart. And they want you to hear this now. Not from them alone, but from me. You don't have to be strong on your own anymore. I said, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That was never a metaphor. That was my invitation. To you. Right now. Will you accept it? Type. I'm Miu. Tired God, if you've been holding it together for too long. Type. I surrender. If you're ready to lay it all at my feet. Because when you do, when you hand me the weight you were never meant to carry, you will finally make room for what I've been waiting to pour into your life. Peace. Real peace. Not the kind the world gives, temporary, shallow, conditional, but the kind that fills your bones, the kind that makes you breathe deeper, the kind that whispers, "You are safe now." And joy. Not happiness based on circumstances, not smiles you have to fake, but joy rooted in me, the kind that can bloom even in the rain, the kind that brings light into the darkest places. You've been waiting for a sign, asking for proof, wondering if they're okay, wondering if I'm even real. This is your sign, not coincidence, not random. I brought you here because it's time. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to let me in. It's time to believe. Again. Because when you do, when you fully say yes, heaven rejoices. And so does the one you lost. They're not really gone. They've simply stepped into the place I've promised. And they're cheering for you now. Cheering for your healing. Cheering for your hope. Cheering for your comeback. You haven't seen your best days yet. You haven't lived your greatest purpose yet. And you haven't felt the fullness of my love for you yet. But you will, if you keep walking, if you keep trusting, if you hold on to me, even when your hands feel weak. Type. I'm still holding on. If you refuse to give up. Type. Thank you, Jesus. If you feel my presence with you now, my child, stay close. Because in the next part I will tell you exactly what this final message means for your future. And the powerful change that is already beginning inside your heart. You're still here, and I'm so glad you are. You may not even realize it, but something is already shifting inside you. That heaviness? It's not yours to carry anymore. That ache that's lingered for so long? It's beginning to heal. And now, my child, now I want to tell you what this final message means for your future. Yes, Mung, your future. The one you've been unsure of. The one you've been afraid to hope for. The one you've quietly assumed might never get better. But hear me. The guy, one you lost. They saw something in you, something worth praying for, worth believing in, even when you couldn't see it for yourself. And when they stepped into eternity, they didn't stop loving you. They didn't forget. They brought your name with them, spoken before me, whispered in the halls of heaven, still believing for you, still loving you, still hoping you'd keep going. That's why you're hearing this now. Because there's something still ahead for you that is so much greater than what's behind you. You thought the pain defined. You thought the failure was your final chapter, but I'm here to rewrite your story. Behold, I am doing a new thing, I said. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? A new thing. Not recycled. Not patched together. New. This message. It's not just comfort for your past. It's a call into your destiny. There are people only you can reach. Hearts only your words can touch. Lives that will be healed. Through your scars. Yes, even the ones that still sting. Even the ones you wish never happened. I will use everything. Because I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, life from death, joy from mourning. So don't believe the lie that you're too late. You're right on time. You're not behind. You're being prepared. Every tear, every loss, every unanswered question, they have not been wasted. They've been woven into something holy, something beautiful, something eternal. The one you loved, the one you miss. They are not gone forever. You will see them again. And oh, what a day that will be. But until then, they want you to live. Fully. Deeply. Bravely. Because that's how you honor their memory. That's how you fulfill your purpose. That's how you walk with me. Type. I receive this. If you feel hope rising in your heart, type. I will live again. If you're ready to walk forward, not alone, but with me. Because I am not just the God of yesterday. I am the God of right now. And I'm already making a way. Soon, you'll look back at this moment and realize this was the turning point. This was when the darkness started to lift. This was when healing began. So stay with me, beloved. In the next part, I will tell you exactly what to do next. A path will be laid out before you, one step at a time, one promise at a time, one breath of peace at a time. You won't walk it alone, you never have, you never will. You made it this far. That means you're not just listening. You're opening your heart. You're beginning to believe again. And now it's time. Time to take the next step. Time to walk into the life I've prepared for you. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Because faith, it isn't about having it all figured out. It's not about being perfect or never feeling afraid. It's about trusting me even with trembling hands. It's about saying yes even when your voice shakes. The person you lost, they took that leap before you. They trusted me with eternity. And now, they are urging you to trust me with your today. Listen closely. They left this part of the message just for you. Don't wait anymore. Don't wait to forgive. Don't wait to heal. Don't wait to love. Don't wait to come back to God. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to pretend to be strong. You just have to come, just as you are. Come to me with your tired heart. Come with your questions. Come with your regrets. And I will not turn you away. Whoever comes to me, I will never cast out. Never. No matter what you've done, no matter how far you feel from me, you are one breath, one prayer away. Will you pray with me now? Soft pause. Gentle piano continues. Whisper this, right where you are. Jesus, I don't have all the answers, but I know I need you. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of carrying this pain. I want to be free. I believe you died for me. I believe you rose again. Come into my heart. Make me new. I give you my life. If you just prayed that, heaven is rejoicing right now. Yes, for you. And the one you lost? They're rejoicing too. because this was their hope. This was the message they carried with them into eternity. That you would find your way back to God. That you would live the life He wrote just for you. So now what? Now, you rise. Now, you forgive those who hurt you, not for them, but for your freedom. Now, you look in the mirror and say, I am chosen, I am redeemed, I am loved. Even if you don't feel it yet, speak it until you believe it. Now you stop going through the motions. You get still, you talk to me, you listen, and I will guide you. I will walk with you through every valley. I will go before you into every battle. I will fight for your peace, your purpose, your future. Type I said the prayer if you opened your heart to me today. Type, guide me, Lord, if you're ready to walk this new path with me. Don't be afraid of what's ahead, because I am already there. And what's coming is not destruction, it's restoration, not punishment, but promise. The person you love may no longer walk beside you, but they are cheering for you from a place beyond pain. And I will never leave your side. Now take a deep breath. Look up. You're not who you were when this video began. You've been seen. You've been spoken to. You've been chosen. But I'm not done yet. In the next part, I will show you the vision I have for your life, the joy that's ahead, the healing that's already begun, and how this final message will carry you into your new beginning. Stay close. You're almost there. You're still here, still listening, still breathing. That's not by accident. It's by design. It's because you were meant to hear this final part, a part that isn't just about healing the past, but stepping into the future I've been preparing for you all along. Yes, you may have thought it was too late, that you missed your moment, that your story had already been written in sadness and silence. But listen to me. I am the author of your life, and I have not finished writing your story. In fact, the best chapter is just beginning. You're about to walk into a season of purpose, a season of peace, a season where you'll look back and say, that was the moment everything changed. The pain that nearly broke you will become your testimony. The loss that almost destroyed you will become the very reason someone else finds hope. Because now, you are not just a survivor. You are a vessel, a light, a messenger. You carry the love of the one you lost, and more than that, you carry my spirit within you. For I know the plans I have for you, I spoke, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So here it is, your future. You'll speak words that heal. You'll love without fear. You'll walk into rooms and carry peace. You'll see lives change, starting with your own. The chains that held you, gone. The lies you believed, silenced. The grief that consumed you, now transformed into glory. And every time you wonder if they're proud of you, every time you wish they were here to see it, know this. They see, they know, and their love is now eternal, woven into every step you take forward. And I, your Father, I am walking beside you, leading you, whispering, you were never alone. So now I ask you, not as a demand, but as a gentle invitation, will you step into this new beginning? Will you trust me to lead you? Will you allow yourself to hope again? If you say yes, type, I say yes, Lord, in the comments right now. If you're claiming your new beginning, type 1D1, a symbol of your divine alignment. And remember, this video, this message, this moment, it wasn't just a video. It was a divine appointment. It was a love letter from heaven, from me, to you. And now that you've received it, don't keep it to yourself. There's someone else out there, hurting like you were, grieving in silence, searching for me. Share this. Be the messenger now. Be the voice that says, God still speaks, He still heals, and He hasn't forgotten you. Because just as this message found you, you can now be the reason someone else finds me. So go, child. Go in peace. Go in purpose. Go in power. I will be with you. Every step, every breath, every beat of your heart, until we meet again face to face. My beloved child, I've seen your tears when no one else was watching. I've heard the silent cries in your heart, the ones you were too afraid to speak aloud. I know the weight you've been carrying, and I want you to know this. You were never alone. Even in the darkest night, even when you felt abandoned, I was there. I walked beside you when you thought you couldn't take another step. I carried you when you fell to your knees. And even now, in this very moment, I am right here, speaking through this message just for you. You see, there's something you were meant to hear, a message that's been waiting to reach you. From someone who has already stepped into eternity, someone whose soul is with me now in perfect peace, and they left behind a final whisper, a message meant for your heart, a message of hope, of love, and of transformation. But before I give you that message, I need you to breathe. Just breathe. Close your eyes for a moment and feel this truth wrap around you. You are loved. Not because of what you've done, not because you've been perfect, but because you are mine. I formed you in your mother's womb. I know the number of hairs on your head. I know every scar you hide, every fear you wrestle with in silence. And still, I choose you. I pursue you. I call you by name. Type 1111 if you feel something shifting in your heart right now. Type Amen if you believe I am speaking directly to you. You see, your story is not over. No matter how broken the pages have been, no matter how many chapters you wish you could erase, I am the author, and I am not done writing. You thought it was the end. You thought what happened, that loss, that betrayal, that mistake, disqualified you from joy. But my child, what if I told you that even through the pain I was preparing something greater? What if I told you that the very ashes of your past are the soil for your future blessing? The one who left this earth, they are with me now, and their eyes have seen what yours cannot. They have seen the glory. They have seen the place I've prepared not just for them, but for you too. They want you to know something. They want you to remember what matters. They want you to wake up, not just with your eyes, but with your soul, because your life is about to change forever. But to step into that change, you must let go of the lies, the lie that says you're not enough, the lie that says you've missed your chance, the lie that says you're too far gone, you're not too late, you're not too broken, you are exactly where you need to be. Because right here in this moment, I am meeting you. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to fix yourself before you come to me. I want your honesty. I want your pain. I want your heart. Open it to me now. And just whisper this simple prayer in your heart. Lord, if this is really you, then please don't let me miss what you're trying to tell me. Now type I'm listening in the comments if you just prayed that. Stay with me, my child, because what's coming next is the message you've been waiting your whole life to hear. My child, this message was left behind not in ink, but in spirit, not on paper, but in the fabric of eternity. It was carried to me in prayer, in whispered love, and in unspoken hopes. You remember them, don't you? That voice that once comforted you, that presence that once made you feel safe, that soul who once stood beside you through the trials of life. Yes, them. They are here with me now, no longer in pain, no longer burdened by time or tears. And, from the place where sorrow cannot reach, they are watching, waiting. And today, their voice echoes through eternity to speak to you. They want you to know. They forgave you. Yes. Even for the things you still carry shame over. The things you never got to say. The apologies you never gave. The guilt you buried deep, pretending you were fine. They want you to let that go. Because up here, there is only grace, only love, only truth. They want you to live again, to stop merely surviving, and truly start living. They see the way you've been hiding, smiling on the outside but fading on the inside. They've seen the way you've tried to be strong for everyone else, even when you felt like you were falling apart. And they want you to hear this now. Not from them alone, but from me. You don't have to be strong on your own anymore. I said, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That was never a metaphor. That was my invitation. To you. Right now. Will you accept it? Type. I'm you. Tired God, if you've been holding it together for too long. Type. I surrender. If you're ready to lay it all at my feet. Because when you do, when you hand me the weight you were never meant to carry, you will finally make room for what I've been waiting to pour into your life. Peace. Real peace. Not the kind the world gives. Temporary, shallow, conditional. But the kind that fills your bones. The kind that makes you breathe deeper. The kind that whispers, "You are safe now." And joy. Not happiness based on circumstances, not smiles you have to fake, but joy rooted in me. The kind that can bloom even in the rain. The kind that brings light into the darkest places. You've been waiting for a sign. Asking for proof. Wondering if they're okay. Wondering if I'm even real. This is your sign. Not coincidence. Not random. I brought you here because it's time. It's time to forgive yourself. It's time to let me in. It's time to believe. Again. Because when you do, when you fully say yes, heaven rejoices. And so does the one you lost. They're not really gone. They've simply stepped into the place I've promised. And they're cheering for you now. Cheering for your healing. Cheering for your hope. Cheering for your comeback. You haven't seen your best days yet. You haven't lived your greatest purpose yet. And you haven't felt the fullness of my love for you yet. But you will. If you keep walking, if you keep trusting, if you hold on to me, even when your hands feel weak. Type. I'm still holding on. If you refuse to give up. Type. Thank you, Jesus. If you feel my presence with you now, my child, stay close. Because in the next part I will tell you exactly what this final message means for your future. And the powerful change that is already beginning inside your heart. You're still here. And I'm so glad you are. You may not even realize it, but something is already shifting inside you. That heaviness? It's not yours to carry anymore. That ache that's lingered for so long? It's beginning to heal. And now, my child, now I want to tell you what this final message means for your future. Yes, Mung, your future. The one you've been unsure of. The one you've been afraid to hope for. The one you've quietly assumed might never get better. But hear me. The guy, one you lost. They saw something in you, something worth praying for, worth believing in, even when you couldn't see it for yourself. And when they stepped into eternity, they didn't stop loving you. They didn't forget. They brought your name with them, spoken before me, whispered in the halls of heaven, still believing for you, still loving you, still hoping you'd keep going. That's why you're hearing this now. Because there's something still ahead for you that is so much greater than what's behind you. You thought the pain defined. You thought the failure was your final chapter, but I'm here to rewrite your story. Behold, I am doing a new thing, I said. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? A new thing. Not recycled. Not patched together. New, This message, it's not just comfort for your past, it's a call into your destiny. There are people only you can reach, hearts only your words can touch, lives that will be healed through your scars. Yes, even the ones that still sting, even the ones you wish never happened. I will use everything, because I am the God who brings beauty from ashes, life from death, joy from mourning. So don't believe the lie that you're too late. You're right on time. You're not behind. You're being prepared. Every tear, every loss, every unanswered question, they have not been wasted. They've been woven into something holy, something beautiful, something eternal. The one you loved, the one you miss. They are not gone forever. You will see them again. And oh, what a day that will be. But until then, they want you to live fully, deeply, bravely, because that's how you honor their memory. That's how you fulfill your purpose. That's how you walk with me. Type, I receive this. If you feel hope rising in your heart, type, I will live again. If you're ready to walk forward, not alone, but with me. Because I am not just the God of yesterday, I am the God of right now. And I'm already making a way. Soon, you'll look back at this moment and realize this was the turning point. This was when the darkness started to lift. This was when healing began. So stay with me, beloved. In the next part, I will tell you exactly what to do next. A path will be laid out before you, one step at a time, one promise at a time, one breath of peace at a time. You won't walk it alone, you never have, you never will. You made it this far. That means you're not just listening, you're opening your heart. You're beginning to believe again. And now it's time. Time to take the next step. Time to walk into the life I've prepared for you. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now. Because faith, it isn't about having it all figured out. It's not about being perfect or never feeling afraid. It's about trusting me even with trembling hands. It's about saying yes even when your voice shakes. The person you lost, they took that leap before you. They trusted me with eternity. And now, they are urging you to trust me with your today. Listen closely. They left this part of the message just for you. Don't wait anymore. Don't wait to forgive. Don't wait to heal. Don't wait to love. Don't wait to come back to God. You don't have to fix everything. You don't have to pretend to be strong. You just have to come, just as you are. Come to me with your tired heart. Come with your questions. Come with your regrets. And I will not turn you away. Whoever comes to me, I will never cast out. Never. No matter what you've done, no matter how far you feel from me, you are one breath, one prayer away. Will you pray with me now? Soft pause, gentle piano continues. Whisper this, right where you are. Jesus, I don't have all the answers, but I know I need you. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of carrying this pain. I want to be free. I believe you died for me. I believe you rose again. Come into my heart. Make me new. I give you my life. If you just prayed that, heaven is rejoicing right now. Yes, for you. And the one you lost? They're rejoicing too. Because this was their hope. This was the message they carried with them into eternity. That you would find your way back to God. That you would live the life He wrote just for you. So now what? Now, you rise. Now, you forgive those who hurt you, not for them, but for your freedom. Now, you look in the mirror and say, I am chosen, I am redeemed, I am loved. Even if you don't feel it yet, speak it until you believe it. Now you stop going through the motions. You get still, you talk to me, you listen, and I will guide you. I will walk with you through every valley. I will go before you into every battle. I will fight for your peace, your purpose, your future. Type I said the prayer if you opened your heart to me today. Type, guide me, Lord, if you're ready to walk this new path with me. Don't be afraid of what's ahead, because I am already there. And what's coming is not destruction, it's restoration, not punishment, but promise. The person you love may no longer walk beside you, but they are cheering for you from a place beyond pain. And I will never leave your side. Now take a deep breath. Look up. You're not who you were when this video began. You've been seen. You've been spoken to. You've been chosen. But I'm not done yet. In the next part, I will show you the vision I have for your life, the joy that's ahead, the healing that's already begun, and how this final message will carry you into your new beginning. Stay close. You're almost there. You're still here, still listening, still breathing. That's not by accident. It's by design. It's because you were meant to hear this final part, a part that isn't just about healing the past, but stepping into the future I've been preparing for you all along. Yes, you may have thought it was too late, that you missed your moment, that your story had already been written in sadness and silence. But listen to me. I am the author of your life, and I have not finished writing your story. In fact, the best chapter is just beginning. You're about to walk into a season of purpose, a season of peace, a season where you'll look back and say, that was the moment everything changed. The pain that nearly broke you will become your testimony. The loss that almost destroyed you will become the very reason someone else finds hope. Because now, you are not just a survivor. You are a vessel, a light, a messenger. You carry the love of the one you lost, and more than that, you carry my spirit within you. For I know the plans I have for you, I spoke, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So here it is, your future. You'll speak words that heal. You'll love without fear. You'll walk into rooms and carry peace. You'll see lives change, starting with your own. The chains that held you, gone. The lies you believed, silenced. The grief that consumed you, now transformed into glory. And every time you wonder if they're proud of you, every time you wish they were here to see it, know this. They see, they know, and their love is now eternal, woven into every step you take forward. And I, your Father, I am walking beside you, leading you, whispering, you were never alone. So now I ask you, not as a demand, but as a gentle invitation, will you step into this new beginning? Will you trust me to lead you? Will you allow yourself to hope again? If you say yes, type, I say yes, Lord, in the comments right now. If you're claiming your new beginning, type 1D1, a symbol of your divine alignment. And remember, this video, this message, this moment, it wasn't just a video. It was a divine appointment. It was a love letter from heaven, from me, to you. And now that you've received it, don't keep it to yourself. There's someone else out there, hurting like you were, grieving in silence, searching for me. Share this. Be the messenger now. Be the voice that says, God still speaks, He still heals, and He hasn't forgotten you. Because just as this message found you, you can now be the reason someone else finds me. So go, child. Go in peace. Go in purpose. Go in power. I will be with you. Every step, every breath, every beat of your heart, until we meet again face to face. My child, yes, you. I see the weight you're carrying right now. You've been smiling through the pain, laughing while your heart quietly breaks. You've been telling everyone you're okay. But I see deeper. I see the silent tears you cry when no one's watching, the battles you fight in the quiet corners of your soul. I want you to listen closely. This message isn't a coincidence. It's not random. You were meant to hear this right now, because I, your Father in heaven, am speaking to you through this. And what I have to say, it may shake you, but it will also heal you. There is something going on that you cannot yet see. Someone close to you, someone you've trusted, has been opening doors they shouldn't. Their choices are beginning to invite things into your life. Things meant to harm, confuse, and pull you away from the path I've prepared for you. But I want you to know this. You are not alone. Even now, the Archangel Michael stands at your side. He has seen what is being whispered in the dark. He has seen what they're planning behind your back. And by my command, he is guarding you, sword drawn, watching, defending. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, because I have declared victory over your life. You may have felt something was off lately. People pulling away. Strange tension. You're not imagining it. There is a spiritual war around you, child, but do not fear. For those who are with you, my angels, are more than those who are against you. I have placed a hedge of fire around you. Though the enemy roams like a lion seeking whom to devour, I have called you mine, and no lion, no snake, no shadow can snatch you from my hands. But listen to me. This next part is going to be hard. You need to stay close to me in this season. Don't try to figure it all out. Don't chase answers from people who only pretend to care. Stay in my word. Talk to me every day. Even if you feel nothing, speak to me. I am listening. There is one among you who has allowed jealousy, bitterness, or pride to lead them down a dangerous path. They've been saying things, planting seeds of doubt, trying to turn others against you. But child, I have heard every word they spoke in secret. I have seen every heart behind every smile. Nothing is hidden from me, and now I'm telling you, it will not stand. You are anointed, you are chosen, you are loved, and no attack will change what I have already spoken over your life. Type Amen if you believe in me. Type 1111 if you know this word is for you. When you were still in your mother's womb, I already knew this moment would come. I knew the enemy would try to use someone close to shake your faith, but I also knew you would not break, because my spirit lives in you, and greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Now breathe. I'm right here, in this very moment. Let my presence wrap around you like a warm blanket. I see how tired you are, how much you've given, how much you've prayed and hoped and waited. It has not been in vain. Shh. Be still for a moment. Can you feel it? That quiet shift in the atmosphere? That's my peace, gently pressing against your anxious heart. Because right now, I'm peeling back the veil. I'm showing you what's been happening behind closed doors, not to make you afraid, but to prepare you. I don't reveal to scare. I reveal to protect, because you matter that much to me. There is someone, yes, someone very close to you, who has allowed themselves to be used by darkness. They didn't start this way. They were once innocent. But little by little, compromise crept in. And now, their words cut like knives, their loyalty is double-minded, and their presence is like a storm that leaves you unsettled, confused, and heavy. And yet, you've kept loving them. You've been patient. You've kept forgiving, over and over, again. You've asked, Lord, am I being too sensitive? Is it just me? No, child, it's not just you. I gave you that discernment. I placed that sensitivity in your spirit to warn you, But you must be wise now. You must be courageous enough to distance yourself where needed, not in anger, but in obedience. I'm not calling you to hate. I'm calling you to rise. And, in order to rise, you cannot carry what was never meant for your next season. Michael has seen what they planned. Yes, he saw it even before you felt it. The conversations meant to discredit you. The subtle manipulation meant to drain your strength. The spiritual traps meant to detour your purpose. But I intervened. While you were sleeping, I was fighting. While you were weeping, I was declaring victory. While you were questioning everything, I was assigning angels to stand guard over your destiny. Do you remember when you almost gave up last week? That deep exhaustion, that heaviness that didn't make sense, that was a spiritual attack. But it didn't work, because my hand is on you. That's why the enemy is frustrated. That's why he's trying to use familiar voices. Voices you trust to get to you. But let me be clear, I will not let them destroy you. You've come too far. You've cried too many tears. You've surrendered too much for me to let you fall now. I will turn their schemes into stepping stones. What they meant for evil, I will use for good. Comment. I trust you, Lord. If you know this is for you, let the enemy know. Your faith cannot be shaken. You may feel broken, but you are not defeated. You may feel alone, but heaven is standing with you. You may feel confused, but I am not the author of confusion. I am the God of clarity, peace, and order. I am lifting the fog. I am exposing lies. And soon you will see why the pain had a purpose. So breathe again, my child. You are under divine surveillance. You are not walking through this alone. Michael has sounded the alarm. He has drawn his sword. He is watching, the one who betrayed your trust not to harm them but to protect you. Because even now, mercy is working. Even now, I am giving them a chance to turn back. But you must keep your eyes on me. Let go of what's poisoning your spirit. Let go of what no longer feeds your soul. Let go, so I can fill your hands with better. You're not losing. You're being refined. You're being prepared. You're being elevated. And soon you will look back at this very moment and say, I didn't understand it then, but now I see why God had to shake the ground beneath me so I could build on something unshakable. Stay with me. Stay under my wings. Let your enemies talk. Let the arrows fly. They will not touch you. I have the final word. And my word over your life is victory. Type Samson if you receive this confirmation. And stay tuned because there is more I need to tell you. Now, lean in, my child. Because what I'm about to reveal next isn't just about them. It's about you. About who you're becoming in this fire. About what I'm doing in your soul that no one else sees. You see, I allowed the betrayal. I allowed the confusion. Not because I wanted to break you, but because I needed to reveal the truth and remove what was silently poisoning your peace. I know you don't understand it yet. I know it feels like I'm quiet sometimes. But even when you don't hear me, I am still working. Even when you feel forgotten, I am writing the next chapter of your redemption story. There's a reason you've been feeling distant from certain people, a reason why your spirit feels drained when you're around them. That's not your imagination. It's my spirit convicting. You warning you, calling you to higher ground. Michael has seen what they've been entertaining in secret. He's seen the spiritual agreements they've made without even realizing it. Agreements of bitterness, pride, and control. That's why their words changed. That's why their attitude shifted. They've allowed their wounds to become weapons. But don't worry, you are not their target. You are their wake-up call. Because I'm about to bless you in front of them. I'm about to raise you up in a way that forces them to confront what they've been avoiding in their own hearts. And it won't be to shame them. It'll be to invite them back to me through your light. But child, hear me. You can't carry bitterness into this next level. You can't carry revenge in your heart and still walk in freedom. So forgive them, even if they never say sorry. Forgive them, not because they were right, but because you're choosing to be free. This is how you rise. Not by proving anything, not by clapping back, but by staying quiet in my presence and letting me fight for you. I said, vengeance is mine. And I meant it. So let me be your defender. Let me be your shield. Let me be the one who makes the crooked path straight. Because even now, I'm aligning things. I'm orchestrating divine encounters. I'm softening hearts in rooms where your name is being mentioned. There are people watching you right now, silently, watching how you carry yourself, how you respond when mistreated. And because of your grace, your restraint, your consistency, they're being drawn to me. You are impacting lives without even knowing it. Your obedience in secret is echoing across heaven. Type. I choose grace. If you refuse to carry bitterness forward, type 8. If you believe restoration is on the way, because yes, restoration is coming. I will restore your joy. I will restore your strength. I will restore your reputation. I will restore what was stolen from you in the dark. They thought they buried you, but really, they planted you. And now, you're about to bloom. Not to show off, not to prove a point, but to glorify me. The same mouths that cursed you will have to witness your miracle. The same hands that betrayed you will witness the hand of my favor on your life. So hold on, child. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. Comment. I'm ready for my breakthrough. If you know this message is unlocking something in your spirit right now, there is more. I still need to show you what's waiting ahead after the battle passes, because after the storm, the blessing will be greater than you ever imagined. Yes, stay with me now. Let your heart stay open, tender. You've come this far not by your own strength, but by my grace. And now I'm bringing you into a deeper part of the journey, because beyond the pain, beyond the betrayal, beyond the tears, there is glory. Glory that will rest on your life, a peace that no one can take away, a restoration so complete, even the scars will feel like proof of victory. But first, I need you to surrender fully. I know that part of your heart still wants to fix things and still wants to hold on. You've told yourself, maybe if I love them more, they'll change. Maybe if I stay, things will get better. But listen, my child, you were never meant to save them. I am. You were meant to be a light, not a lifeline. You were meant to carry truth, not the burden of their choices. Michael has not left your side. Even now, he stands between you and the things that were sent to drain you. He has stood in rooms where your name was mentioned with spite and turned swords into silence. He has shielded your mind from attacks that would have left you spiraling. Because I assigned him to guard you for this very hour. You may not always feel protected. You may feel exposed, vulnerable, open to more pain. But what you don't realize is that brokenness has made you beautiful in my sight because it made room for me. And now, I'm pouring into you. Where others left holes, I am planting purpose. Where they left you confused, I am speaking clarity. Where they spoke curses, I am declaring favor. You're not just being protected, you're being positioned. Positioned for influence, positioned for breakthrough, positioned for healing that will ripple through generations. That's why this battle has been so intense. That's why the enemy tried to use someone close. Because if he could stop you here, he thought he could stop everything that was about to be birthed through you. But he failed. Because you're still standing, you're still listening, you're still believing. Now I need you to say this out loud, right where you are. I will not break, I will rise. Say it again. I will not break. I will rise. Because every time you declare it, darkness trembles. Because when my children speak with faith, all of heaven moves. Comment. I will not break. If you know you're stepping into a new strength today, type 999. If you're ready to, let go and trust me fully. Now let me tell you what's ahead. Not the pain, not the betrayal, but the promise. There is someone new I'm bringing into your life. Someone pure-hearted, someone aligned with my will, someone who will pour into you as you've poured into others. This person won't drain you. They'll refresh you, but I couldn't bring them yet, because I had to empty your hands first. I had to teach you how to stop clinging to broken glass. Because, child, I'm about to give you diamonds. You were never meant to live in survival. Podicide. You were never meant to always wonder who's real and who's not. I am leading you into a place of rest, a season of divine alignment, where your spirit, your circle, and your calling will all flow in harmony. So don't look back. Don't chase people who walked away. I removed them because they couldn't go where I'm taking you. You prayed for peace, remember? You prayed for clarity. You asked me to reveal what's hidden, and I did. Now trust me with what's next. Take a deep breath right now. Let go. Let go of the apology that never came. Let go of the closure you thought you needed. Let go of the idea that you were too much or not enough. You were exactly who I made you to be. You are seen. You are chosen. You are protected. And very soon, you will be rewarded. Yes. Stay right here with me, because what I'm about to speak over you is a final sealing of the promise, a whisper from heaven, straight into the deepest, quietest corners of your soul. You've heard the warnings. You've felt the shifting. Now, let me show you the glory that comes after the storm. The battle didn't come to destroy you. It came to reveal who you really are. You are not fragile. You are not forgotten. You are anointed. The betrayal? That was your unveiling. The silence, that was your training ground. The heartbreak? That was the holy ground where I bent down and began to write a new name over your life. I see you when you cry alone, when you smile just to keep others from worrying, when you serve, give, love, even when no one says thank you. I see it. All. And I'm telling you now. Your reward is coming. I am not unjust. I do not forget the labor of love you have shown. Hebrews 6:10. What you did in secret, your quiet faithfulness, will be rewarded openly. Soon I will cause those who mocked you to marvel. Not so you can boast, but so they will know that I, the Lord, was with you all along. Yes, those who thought you were finished will see you rise with new fire, with new authority, with a glow that can't be explained by human effort, because it's not just healing that I'm giving you. It's mine, a new mantle. You were never just meant to survive. You were meant to lead, to break cycles, to carry wisdom, to speak life into others who feel forgotten. And I am placing that assignment over your shoulders now. Hey you, yes you. Before you scroll away, I need you to know something. This isn't just another video. You didn't find this by accident. Heaven made sure you saw this, because there's something you need to hear right now. You've been holding it all in, haven't you? The questions, the pain, the silent prayers whispered through tears no one else sees. But I do. I saw you when you couldn't sleep last night. I saw the way your heart tightened at the thought of them. That one person who means more to you than words can express. The one whose love, whose presence feels like your breath itself. Maybe they're drifting from you. Maybe they're already gone. Maybe you're wondering if they ever knew how much you truly loved them. Maybe you're afraid it's too late. But listen, I am the God who created love. And the love you feel? It's not a mistake. It's not random. It's not hopeless. You see, I placed that person in your life for a reason. Even if things are messy right now. Even if they don't see you the way you wish they did. Even if you feel like you've lost them. They were never meant to complete you. I am. But I brought them into your story to show you something. Something eternal. Something divine. Because love like that, it doesn't just disappear. I know the weight you carry. The wondering. The hoping. The aching. And I'm here to remind you, I see it all, I feel it all with you. I am the one who knit you together in your mother's womb. I know the rhythm of your heartbeat. I know the sound of your soul. And I see how tightly your heart is woven with theirs. But my child, can I ask you something? Have you talked to me about it lately? Not just with words, but with your silence, your tears, your longing? I'm not far, I'm never far. I've been waiting for you to let me in again. Not just into your prayers, but into the center of your pain. Because I have a plan, even for this. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. You don't see the full picture yet, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. It just means the artist isn't finished. And the person you love most, I'm working in their life too, even if you can't see it. Even if they seem distant, cold, or lost. Type 1111 in the comments if you believe that I'm working behind the scenes. Type Amen if you trust me with the person your heart is crying for. Because here's the truth. I've seen your love. And I've seen your heartbreak, but most of all, I've seen your faith even when it was weak, even when you doubted me. And I want you to know, faith doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes the quietest belief is the strongest of all. You weren't supposed to see this, not in the way the world works. But in my plan, you were always meant to. You needed this moment. Because in the stillness of your soul, you've been crying out for me. And I'm answering you now. I know what you're thinking right now. If you love me, God, then why does this hurt so much? If you brought this person into my life, why does it feel like I'm losing them? My child, my precious one, even Jesus wept. Even he, my son, the light of the world, cried at the tomb of a friend. He felt the sting of separation, the ache of love unmet. So I understand. I'm not distant from your pain. I entered it. And the love you feel, the depth, the ache, the longing, that's not weakness. That's the proof that your heart is still soft, still alive, still open to me. Don't let the world harden it. Don't let silence convince you that I am silent too. You see, what feels like silence is often me preparing the next part of your story. Sometimes I hide behind the stillness so your spirit will learn to listen again. Not just with your ears, but with your soul. The person you love, they're not lost to me, even if they're lost to themselves, even if they've pulled away, even if they've said things that shattered you. They are still held in the palm of my hand, and so are you. You keep wondering if they're thinking about you. You replay old conversations in your mind, moments that made you feel seen. And I want you to know, I saw those too. Every glance. Every time you laughed together. Every prayer you whispered over them when they didn't even know. Love like that echoes in eternity. It doesn't just fade. And no matter how this story unfolds, whether they return, whether they reach out, whether you walk together again or not, I will never waste what you've felt. I will never waste what you've given. But I need you to trust me with the outcome. Because if they are meant to be in your life, nothing can keep them away. And if they're not, I promise, I will not leave that space empty. I will fill it with something greater, deeper, holier. Type, I trust you, Lord. In the comments if you're ready to let go of the fear and hold onto my hand. I know you miss them. I know you wish they would just call or text or show up at your door and say they still care. But more than anything, I want you to come to my door, because I'm already standing at yours. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in. Let me in, beloved. Let me sit with you in the ache. Let me remind you that even when people walk out, I never do. Your value isn't determined by how someone else sees you. It was settled on a cross over 2,000 years ago when my son gave everything just to bring you home. You were loved first. You are loved still. And you will be loved forever. Don't lose hope, because even now heaven is moving. Even now your story is unfolding in ways you cannot yet see. Even now, I'm working in their heart and in yours. Type. Still believing. If you're holding on to that tiny mustard seed of faith, because I can move mountains with it. And child, I'm not done. Not with you. Not with them. Not with this story. There's something I need you to understand, something the world will never tell you. Your love was never wasted. Not a single prayer. Not a single tear. Not a single moment. You gave, even when it hurt. Because I saw it all. I collected every tear in my bottle. I recorded every silent sacrifice. I counted every time you put their needs above your own, even when they didn't notice. And I want you to hear me now. You did not love wrong. You loved with purity. You loved with me inside your heart. That's why it hurts so much, because you were loving the way I love. Unconditionally. Selflessly. Without expectation. And no, they might not have responded the way you hoped. They may have misunderstood, pushed you away, or even broke you in ways they never realized. But their response doesn't cancel your obedience. Their silence doesn't erase your love. I saw you, the real you, the one who stayed up late praying for them, the one who quietly forgave again and again, the one who just wanted them to know. They were loved, truly loved. That's who you are, and I'm proud of you. Yes, I's proud. You've walked through seasons you thought would break you. You've carried burdens you were never meant to carry alone. And still, you showed up. You still chose love. My child, there is a sacred strength in you, a strength I placed in your soul long before this pain ever began. You think you're weak because you cry? I say you're strong because you haven't quit. But now, it's time to hand me what you've been trying to carry on your own. Not just their memory, not just your heartbreak, but the outcome, the whole picture. Lay it at my feet. All of it. The what-ifs, the late-night overthinking, the deep longing for them to come back or to finally understand how much they meant to you. I can carry it. And I promise, when you let go, peace will rush in like a river. It won't always make sense, but it will bring rest to your weary soul. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Rest. That's what I want for you now. Not endless waiting. Not wondering if you were enough. You were enough. You always have been. Type. I was enough. In the comments if you're ready to believe that. This pain, it's not the end. It's the soil for something holy, and you're not going to walk into your future dragging broken pieces of your past. You're going to walk in whole, healed, restored. But for that to happen, we need to surrender the unfinished parts. Even the parts you thought were beautiful. Even the ones that made you feel alive. Because I have more peace, more joy, more love. And no matter how much you loved them, I love you even more. Don't let their absence make you forget my presence. Don't let their silence make you doubt my promises. You're not alone in this. You never were. Type. I am not alone. If you're claiming that truth right now, breathe. Child, heaven sees you, and I'm still writing your story. Let's sit here a little longer, just you and me. I know your heart is tired. Tired of trying to understand. Tired of feeling like you're always the one who loves more, gives more, waits longer. But my beloved, that kind of heart, that kind of depth, that's a gift. A heart that feels deeply is a heart that mirrors mine. I never asked you to be perfect. I only asked you to be honest. And you have been. Even in the pain, even in the silence, you've come to me. Maybe not with perfect words. Maybe just with tears. But child, tears are prayers too. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to fix yourself before you come. I want you here just as you are. Broken, confused, longing. Mine. You see, when you gave that person your heart, I was watching, and I wasn't angry. I wasn't disappointed, because I knew what you were doing. You were trying to love them the way I love you. But here's what you need to know. Some people don't know how to receive a love that deep. Some people run from what's real because it scares them. Not because of you, but because of them. That's not your fault. You didn't fail. You simply loved someone who didn't yet know how to hold a heart like yours, and maybe they will someday. Maybe I'm still working in their life. But I don't want you to lose yourself waiting for that day. You were never meant to shrink to be loved. You were never meant to break yourself to keep someone else whole. Let me be the one who holds you now. Let me be the one to restore what's been broken. Because I can give you a peace that they never could. A love that doesn't walk away. A promise that doesn't fail. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Yes, even now, especially now, when you feel the weakest, I am pouring my strength into you. I am lifting you when your own legs can't stand. I am holding your heart gently in my hands, whispering, you are still worthy of love. Type. I am still worthy in the comments if you're ready to believe it again. You haven't missed your chance at love. You haven't missed your purpose. This pain didn't steal your future. It may feel like it. But my plans are never defeated. What I've started in you, I will finish. What was meant for harm, I will use for good. But for now, just rest in me. Let me carry the weight. Let me dry the tears. Let me remind you that even when they walked away, I stayed. Type you stayed if you feel me speaking to your heart right now. The story isn't over. You're just in the middle of the chapter where things feel uncertain. But I'm the author, remember? And I only write redemptive endings. Hold on, child. Miracles are being written in invisible ink. And soon, very soon, you'll see what I've been doing all along. Take a deep breath. Can you feel it? That gentle stillness in your soul, right? Now, that's me. That's my presence surrounding you. Quietly, faithfully, unshakably. You've walked through fire and didn't burn. You've cried rivers and didn't drown. And here you are, still standing, still loving, still hoping. That's not weakness. That's faith. Even when you thought you had none left. I want you to look at your heart, not as broken, but as brave, not as forgotten, but as fiercely remembered. That person you loved, you gave them a glimpse of me. You showed them grace when it would have been easier to walk away. You prayed when no one else knew. You stayed when others gave up. And even if they never say thank you, I am thanking you now. Because that is what love looks like in my kingdom. Not flashy, not perfect, but faithful. Even in the shadows, even when it's unseen. You weren't supposed to carry this burden alone, but you didn't give up when it got heavy. And now, I want to take it from you. Not because you're weak, but because you're mine. You've carried others long enough. Let me carry you. Even to your old age and gray hairs, I am he who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. You were never just loving them, you were revealing me. But now it's time, beloved. It's time to stop waiting for their words to heal you. It's time to stop hoping for a message that may never come. It's time to stop tying your worth to someone else's recognition. They may not see it, but I always have. You are worthy. You are enough. You are so deeply loved. And I am not just the God of beginnings. I am the God of new beginnings. That means restoration. That means renewal. That means resurrection. The love you gave didn't end in heartbreak. It planted a seed. And what grows next will be beautiful. You just have to trust me enough to let go. So I'm asking you now, one last time in this message, will you give me the outcome? Will you give me them? Will you let me write the next chapter without fear holding the pen? Type, "Yes, God, I surrender," if you're ready. Because the moment you do, heaven moves, angels are dispatched, peace begins its journey into your soul, and healing starts to pour in like a river. You weren't supposed to see this according to the world, but heaven made sure you did. Because I love you too much to leave you in the dark, too much to let you carry pain that was meant to be laid at my feet, too much to let you forget who you are, chosen, cherished, carried, redeemed. And I promise you this, the one you love most, I've got them too. And whatever is meant, whatever is written in eternity, it will come to pass in my perfect time. Until then, rest in me, love through me, hope with me. I'm not going anywhere, and neither is your purpose. Neither is your future. Neither is my love. Type, I receive this. If your heart feels lighter right now, type, Amen. If you know this message was meant for you, I love you forever and always. God. And my child, I know your heart is heavy right now. I see the tears you try to hide when no one's watching. I see the questions that keep you awake at night. The fear of losing someone you love more than words can ever hold. And I need you to know this. I have not left you. You are not alone in this moment. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That quiet tug in your spirit. Something isn't right. You feel like time is slipping through your fingers, like this person you hold so dear might be taken from you. Listen closely. This is not to scare you. This is to prepare you. Because what you're feeling is not just emotion. It's a whisper from me. A sacred warning. A call to come closer before the silence becomes permanent. See, when I knit your soul together in the secret place, I already knew this moment would come. Not because I wanted to break your heart, but because I want to awaken it. The person you love, they're part of your story for a reason. They were never meant to stay forever. No one on this earth is. But before they go, before they're taken from your grasp, you need to know something. There's a purpose behind the pain. There's a reason this is happening now. And I want to show it to you, not with thunder or lightning, not with grand signs in the sky, but with a still, small voice. The same voice that once called Lazarus from the tomb. The same voice that whispered peace into the storm. That voice is speaking to you now. Gave you this person, this precious soul, not only for companionship, but for growth, for love, to reflect my heart back to you, but also to draw you nearer to me when they are no longer beside you. You've held them close. You've prayed for more time. You've begged me to heal them, protect them, save them. And I have heard every word, every whispered plea, every midnight cry. You think I haven't answered. But my child, sometimes love doesn't look like what you think. Sometimes my love looks like letting go, so something deeper can be born in you. A faith that doesn't break when the people you cherish begin to fade. A trust that holds on to me even as you say goodbye. I know that sounds impossible right now, but I promise you, what I'm doing, you'll understand later. Jesus said, You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. And he meant that, not just for them, but for you here now. This moment is not punishment, it is preparation. Not for an end, but for a new beginning. So listen, beloved, I am still with you, even in the waiting, even in the weeping, even in the wondering. You're not watching someone you love disappear. You're witnessing the hand of eternity gently reminding you, this world is not your home. They were only passing through. And so are you. But before they go, I want you to ask me the questions you've been holding back. Don't be afraid. I can take your anger, your doubt, your confusion. Bring it all to me. Now I want you to pause. Take a deep breath and type Amen if you believe I still have a plan for your life. Type 1111 if you know this message was meant for you, because this is not just a video. This is a holy moment. And, you are not forgotten. There's something else I want you to know, my beloved. This person you love, the one slipping from your reach, they were never just yours. They were mine first. Before you met them. Before you laughed together, cried together, prayed together. I knew their every breath. I counted the number of hairs on their head. I held them in the palm of my hand, and I watched over them when you couldn't. I know how your heart breaks when you think about letting go. But I need you to understand this truth. Even if your soul trembles as you hear it, you are not losing them. You're releasing them into my arms, and there, in my arms, they are not lost. They are not alone. They are safe. Just as I hold you now, I will hold them when their time comes. I know your thoughts. You wonder, why now, Lord? Why them? Why this way? And though the answers may not fully come on, this side of heaven, I promise you, there is a reason. Sometimes I allow goodbyes not because I am cruel, but because I am merciful. Sometimes the healing you begged for is not found in more days on earth, but in coming home to me where there is no more pain, no more tears, no more fear. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. These are not just words, they are my covenant with you. And even now, in your sorrow, I am walking with you through the valley. Yes, the valley feels dark. Yes, it feels cold and endless. But remember this. You are walking through it, not staying in. Tertian, I know what it's like to lose someone. I watched my son hang on a cross. I watched the world reject the one I sent to save it. I felt that grief too. And it is for that very reason that I now walk so closely beside you. This pain you carry, it matters to me. But it's not just pain. It's a doorway into deeper surrender, into a kind of love that cannot die, because love rooted in me never ends. It never fades. It never says goodbye forever. I know you feel like time is running out. You look at them, and every moment feels too short. Every goodbye feels too close, so I ask you now, don't wait. Speak the words you've been holding in. Forgive where you've been silent. Love without holding back. Because this moment is your gift. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be present. And let me carry what you cannot. I know you feel weak, but my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. So when you feel like breaking, fall into me. When your voice shakes with prayers you don't know how to speak, let your tears be your prayer. I catch every single one. Now, if you know someone who needs this message, share it. If this is speaking directly to your heart, type, God, I trust you even when I don't understand. Type 2, if you're choosing faith over fear. I'm not done yet. There's more I want to reveal to you. But for now, rest. Rest in knowing that I am here, and I will never leave you. You're still here, still listening, still searching for meaning in the ache. And that matters, because even when your faith feels small, even when your hands are too weak to hold on, I'm still holding you. Let's sit in this moment together. No distractions, just you and me. I see the way your heart clenches when you hear their name. I see how you try to be strong for everyone else. But inside, you're breaking. You're scared that any moment now you'll have to say goodbye, and the thought of that goodbye feels unbearable. But my child, let me show you a mystery. In every goodbye that seems like an ending, I am already writing a new beginning. When Jesus stood at the tomb of Lazarus, everyone thought it was over. They mourned. They wept. Even Jesus wept. But he didn't stop there. He called out into the darkness, "Lazarus, come forth." Because with me, even death doesn't get the final word. Now listen closely. I'm not promising you the outcome you want, but I am promising you something greater. My presence will never leave you, my peace will guard you, and my plan will redeem everything, even this. That person you love so deeply, they have left fingerprints on your life. Moments with them have been soaked in grace, laughter, lessons, unspoken prayers, and nothing about that will be wasted. If I choose to take them home, it's because their work here is done. And if I choose to leave them with you longer, then there is still a purpose yet to be fulfilled. Either way, you win, because I am in both outcomes. But right now, in this sacred in-between, I'm asking you to trust me. Not with blind obedience, but with a heart that whispers, "I don't understand, but I believe you are still good." I know it's hard, but that's where real faith is born. Not when you feel me, but when you choose me, even in the silence. The disciples once cried out in fear during the storm, "Lord, don't you care that we're drowning?" And what did I do? I stood, I spoke, and the waves listened. I haven't changed. I still calm storms. I still speak peace, and I still walk on water just to reach you in the dark. You've been asking, why is this happening? But maybe the better question is, what are you trying to show me in this? Because I promise you, I never allow pain without purpose. I never remove without restoring. And I never leave your heart empty without preparing to fill it in ways beyond what you can imagine. So breathe, my child. Let the tears fall if they must, but know, deep in your soul, that nothing is being taken from you without me already preparing something eternal in return. The ones you love are never truly gone if they are in me. Because to live in me is to live forever. Now, I want you to speak this out loud wherever you are. Whisper it if you must. Lord, I trust you with the people I love. And type it below in the comments so this becomes your act of faith. Type free if you're ready to walk in peace, even in the unknown. Let my spirit comfort you now. Let my presence wrap around you like a blanket of light in the middle of the night. Because I'm not far. I am right here. And I always will be. You're still with me, and I'm still speaking. Because this moment right now isn't an accident. It's holy. It's set apart. You've been pulled here for a reason. I want to go deeper with you now. There's something I need to show you. Something about love. You see, love, true love, is not proven in the easy times. It's revealed in the breaking, when everything in you wants to give up, but you choose to stay, when you want to scream, but instead, you pray. When you have no control, but still you lift your eyes and say, God, I trust you anyway. That's the love I'm calling you to. Not just the love between you and the one you're losing, but the love between you and me. I gave my only son because I loved you that much, so that when you face death, it would never be the end. So that when your heart breaks, it would never be without hope. Do you know what Jesus said before he raised that little girl from the dead? He said, "Do not fear, only believe." That's my word for you now. Don't fear. Only believe. Because even if you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil. For I am with you. Not was. Not will be. I am, right now. In the hospital room. In the empty chair beside you. In the silence after the goodbye. I am. The enemy wants you to believe that this moment is the end of your joy. The end of your hope. But listen to me. It's the beginning of something holy, something deeper. A closeness with me that can only be born through pain. And no, that doesn't make the pain less real. But it does mean you're not walking through it alone. If I cared enough to number the stars and call them each by name, how much more do I care about the one you love? How much more do I care about you? I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not ignored your cries. I have caught every tear, every one. Now, hear me on this. Let this moment teach you how fragile life is, but also how beautiful. Let it teach you to love deeper, to forgive quicker, to hold less tightly to what will fade, and hold more tightly to me, because what is rooted in me cannot be taken. It cannot die. That's what I want you to know about this person you love. If they are mine, then they are never truly gone. And one day, you will see them again. Until then, carry their legacy, speak their name, let their memory lead others to me, because they are not your end. They are a light on your path toward home. Now pause with me. Just breathe. Let this truth settle deep in your spirit. Death has been swallowed up in victory. If you believe that, type victory in Jesus. And if you're choosing to walk through this storm with me beside you, type 4444 in the comments. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are still loved. So deeply. So endlessly. Even here. Even now. My child. You've come this far. You've listened through the ache. You've stayed when it would have been easier to turn away. And I want you to know. I see you. Not just your face, not just your words. I see your heart. And I'm holding it gently. In my hands. You've walked through the shadows with me in this message. And now I want to lead you into the light. The truth is, you're stronger than you think. Not because of your own strength, but because I live in you. The road ahead may not be free of sorrow. There may still be nights you cry, moments when the silence is loud. But you will not be walking through it alone. Every breath you take, I'm with you. Every step. I go before you. I didn't bring you here to leave you. I brought you here to heal you. That healing may not look like what you expected. It may not come in the form of a miracle that keeps your loved one here with you. But it will. Come because I never break without the promise to rebuild. Do you remember what I told my people long ago? I will restore the years the locusts have eaten. And that's what I will do for you. What loss tried to steal? What grief tried to bury? I will resurrect, not just someday in heaven, but even now, in the quiet corners of your soul. The person you love, the one you're afraid to let go of. They have not been erased from your story. They're part of the chapter that points straight to me. Their life mattered, and it still does. Even in their absence, I will use their memory to water seeds of faith in you that will grow stronger with time. So do not let grief become your prison. Let it become your altar, where pain meets my presence, where mourning turns into dancing. Yes, you will miss them. That's the cost of deep love. But you will also carry them. In every act of kindness you show, in every prayer you whisper over someone else's pain, in every moment you choose me, even when your heart aches. This is not the end. One day, you'll walk through gates of gold. You'll see faces you thought you'd never see again, and I'll be standing there, arms open wide. No more sorrow, no more goodbyes, just the eternal joy of reunion. But until that day, keep going, keep loving, keep choosing faith. You still have breath in your lungs, which means you still have purpose in your bones. It's arriy, my child, not in your own strength, but in mine. For those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will rise on wings like eagles. You are not done. You are not abandoned. You are deeply, fully, forever loved. Now, if this message became a turning point in your heart, write it. Type, I will trust God with everything I cannot control. Type, 555. If you're choosing peace over panic, purpose over pain, and never forget, I am the one who makes beauty from ashes. I am the one who brings life out of death. And I am the one who's been holding you all along. I love you, and I always will. Hey you. Yes. You. Before you scroll, before you move on, please stop. Take a breath. Because this moment, this very one, has been orchestrated just for you. I know you've been feeling overwhelmed. I know that lately, the silence has felt loud, the weight too heavy, and you've been wondering if anyone truly sees you, hears you, knows you. But I do. I see the tears you cry when no one is around. I know the thoughts that echo in your heart late at night when the world feels far away. And I want you to know something. Something I've been trying to whisper to you for so long. You are not alone. You have never been alone. There's a reason you're here, listening right now. This is not just a video. This is a message I've wrapped in love, sent through time, carried by a stranger, just for you. I saw the moment your heart broke. I was there when you whispered, God, do you even care? And though you couldn't feel it, I wrapped my arms around you. I held you through that night. I never left. My child, I know the battles you've faced in silence, the ones you never dared to speak about. You've grown tired, haven't you? Tired of pretending you're okay. Tired of smiling through the pain. Tired of wondering if you'll ever feel peace again. But listen closely. Your pain is not the end of your story. It's just a chapter. There is healing ahead. There is purpose in what you've walked through. And I am turning even your sorrow into something beautiful. For I know the plans I have for you, I once said. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a future and a hope. Those were not just words for long ago. Those are my words to you, right now. Type 1111 if you believe I still have a plan for you. You see, what the enemy meant for harm I will use for good. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. Even when others walked away, I stayed. Even when you fell, I reached out. Even when you questioned your worth, I still called you mine. And I know that life hasn't gone the way you hoped. You've trusted people who broke your heart. You've tried so hard to be strong for everyone else. But now let me be your strength. You don't have to carry this alone anymore. Lay it down. Right here, right now. Lay down the worry, lay down the fear, lay down the guilt, because I'm not disappointed in you. I never have been. I knew every part of your journey before you even took your first breath. I saw the messes, I saw the detours, and I still chose you. You're not too broken for me. You're not too far gone. You are still my beloved, still my child, still the one I sent heaven's light to find. And yes, I sent someone, a stranger, someone you didn't expect, because I knew you needed to hear this in a way that would stop you in your tracks. So here it is. You are enough. You are seen. You are still called, still chosen, still loved. And if something in your spirit feels like it's waking up right now, if you feel that stirring in your heart, that's me. That's my spirit. I am closer than you think. Type Amen if you believe I'm speaking to you right. Now this is only the beginning. There's more I need you to hear, because what I'm about to reveal next will change the way you see everything. But first, breathe. Feel my peace wrapping around your heart right now. You made it here, and that means you're exactly where you need to be, and I'm not done with you yet. Let me take you back for a moment. Back to that one memory, the one you try not to think about, The moment everything seemed to fall apart. Maybe it was a betrayal. Maybe it was a loss. Maybe it was that quiet morning when you realized you didn't recognize yourself anymore. Was there? I saw it all. And though you couldn't hear me, I was whispering. Hold on. There was a time you believed in miracles. There was a time your faith felt alive. What happened, child? Who told you that you were too far gone? Who convinced you that I stopped listening? Who made you feel like I'd given up on you? Because that was never me. I am the one who leaves the 99 to chase after the one. And right now, you are that one. I'm not just after the version of you that has it all together. I'm after you, wounded, messy, doubting, overwhelmed, and deeply, deeply loved. You don't need to fix yourself before coming to me. You just need to, or come. Bring me the parts of you that no one claps for. Bring me your mistakes, your questions, your fear. I'm not afraid of your darkness. I enter into it with light. When you cried in the bathroom and no one knocked. When you sat in your room wondering if you mattered at all. When you screamed into your pillow so no one would hear. I heard every sound. I caught every tear. And even now I'm speaking through this message because your heart is aching for something real, something eternal. You're tired of empty promises, tired of pretending that scrolling through life will fill the void. It won't. But I will. I am the peace you've been chasing, the joy you forgot was possible, the love you've been longing for, even when you couldn't put it into words. Let me remind you of something beautiful. You are not a mistake. You were created in my image. I formed you in your mother's womb. I knew your name before anyone else did. I breathed life into your lungs. And every day since, I have been writing your story, even the pages you tried to tear out. There's still a purpose for your life. There's still beauty rising from the ashes. There is still time. Type yes in the comments if you believe this is your wake-up call. I know the world feels loud. I know the storms feel endless, but I still calm the seas. I still walk on water. I still move mountains. And if I did it before, I will do it again. For you. My child, look at me now. I've never stopped loving you. Not when you doubted. Not when you drifted. Not even when you stopped believing in me. Because I never stopped believing in you. That ache inside your chest? That longing for more? It's not by accident. That is me, calling you home. You've searched in so many places, in so many people, in so many distractions. But I am what your soul has been searching for all along, and no, you don't need to earn my love. You already have it, fully, completely, forever. So breathe again. Let hope rise again. Let tears fall if they need to, because I'm catching every single one. What's coming is greater than what you lost. And if you let me in, I will restore everything. Type "Come in, Lord," if you're ready to let me take over your heart. There's more to this message, more that will heal the broken places you've hidden for so long. When you're ready, I'll be right here, waiting, to share the next part, the part where everything begins to shift. You're still here, and that means something inside of you is waking up. That means your spirit is responding to something deeper, something eternal. Because this isn't just a video. This is divine interruption. This is heaven stepping into your pain, into your chaos, into your questions, and whispering, "I've never left your side." I know what you're carrying. I know the nights you've cried yourself to sleep, wondering how much longer you can do this. I know the thoughts that come when everything goes quiet. Thoughts you're too afraid to say out loud. Thoughts that say, maybe I'm too much. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe no one would notice if I disappeared. But I noticed. And I need you to hear me. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. and you are not invisible to me. I knit you together with intention, with purpose, and with love. Even when others misunderstood you, misjudged you, or walked away from you, I stayed. I always stayed, and I still choose you. The world may label you based on your past, your pain, or your performance, but I call you redeemed. I call you restored. I call you mine. There is no shame you carry that I cannot wash clean. No guilt I cannot cover, no wound I cannot heal, and I know you've been trying so hard to hold it all together, smiling when your heart is breaking, showing up for everyone else while secretly wondering who's showing up for you. But you don't have to keep pretending. Not with me. You can fall apart in my presence, because I don't love some future, more polished version of you. I love you right now, right here, in this very moment. Type 444 if you know God is speaking to your heart right now. And maybe you've heard people say, God works all things together for good. But you wonder, how could this be used for good? How could something so painful, so unfair, so dark, ever become something beautiful? Because I make beauty from ashes. Because I bring dead things back to life. Because I use broken things to show my greatest glory. The very thing you thought would destroy you, I will use to deliver you. That closed door? I'm opening a better. On that heartbreak, I'm making room for true love, divine love. That waiting season? I'm preparing you for something you never even imagined. You haven't missed your moment. You haven't lost your calling. You are right on time for the miracle I'm about to do in your life. But child, I need your heart. Not just your routine. Not just your Sunday prayers. I want your heart, your whole heart. Lay it down. The fear, the control, the bitterness, the pain. Let me take it. And in exchange, I will give you peace that doesn't make sense, joy that doesn't depend on circumstances, strength that rises when yours is gone. This is not the end. This is the turning point. Type Amen if you receive this. You've wondered if things will ever change, but you didn't know I was already working behind the scenes. You didn't see the angels I've assigned, the doors I'm opening, the chains I'm breaking, the generational pain I'm healing, starting with you. You are not watching this by accident. I sent this word to you because I'm about to do something new. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? Yes, even now it springs forth. Even now, healing is beginning. Even now, your spirit is rising again. You were never forgotten. You were chosen to be the light in your family, the one who breaks the cycle, the one who starts again, the one who shows that with God nothing is impossible. There's more to reveal, a truth that will bring even deeper healing. But I'll wait until you're ready. You're still here. And I want you to know I see that. Every second you've spent listening, every quiet tear, every deep breath, every whisper of God, I hope this is really for me. It is. It always was. There is something sacred about this moment, because for the first time in a long time, you're letting yourself feel again. You're not numbing the ache. You're not pushing it away. You're letting me in. That matters more than you know. So many times you've tried to pray, but the words got stuck. You wanted to believe, but disappointment made it hard. You hoped things would change, but then more pain came. And you wondered, why God? Why me? Why now? But child, what if I told you I've been holding the broken pieces all along? Not to shame you, not to punish you, but to rebuild you, stronger, wiser, more full of me than ever before. You see, I'm not after your performance. I'm not moved by your perfection. I'm drawn to your surrender. That's where miracles begin. In the surrender. In the quiet moments when you whisper, God, I can't do this alone anymore. And I respond, you were never meant to. Type, I trust you, God, if you're ready to give it all to me. What you think is the end might just be the beginning. Think of Joseph in the pit, betrayed, abandoned, forgotten. Yet every setback was a setup for something greater. Think of David in the field, overlooked by men but chosen by me. Think of Jesus, mocked, beaten, crucified, but the story didn't end at the cross. It ended in resurrection and child. I'm writing resurrection into your story too. That dream you buried, I can bring it back. That heart you gave up on, I can heal it. That future you thought was lost, I'm already restoring it, piece by piece, day by day. But listen, this won't always be easy. You may still face battles. But I promise you, this, you won't face them alone. I will go before you. I will be your defender. I will be your peace in the storm. And every time the enemy whispers, "You're not enough," I will shout louder, "You are mine." Type "I am his" if you believe you belong to me. I know the road has been long. I know you've wanted to give up. But look at you. You're still standing. And that tells me you've got more strength than you realize. Because my strength is being made perfect in your weakness. You are not weak for needing help. You are not broken for feeling pain. You are human. And I created you with a heart that feels deeply because I want to meet you deeply. I want to walk with you. Not just on Sundays, not just when life is easy, but in the everyday chaos, in the mess, in the tears, in the laughter. All of it. And here's the truth you need to hold close. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not disqualified. You are right where you need to be. To receive what I've been waiting to give you all along, a new beginning, a new level of peace, a deeper love, a faith that can stand through anything, and a future more beautiful than what you lost. Let it settle into your spirit. Let it sink into the places that still doubt. You are worthy of starting again, because I make all things new. Type "new beginnings" if you believe your restoration has already begun. There's still one more part I want to share with you. The part that will show you what happens when you finally say yes to me completely. And when you do, your life will never be the same. You made it here, and I want you to feel what heaven feels right now. Celebration. Because one heart, turning back to me, is a miracle worth rejoicing. You didn't just stumble into this moment. You were led here. You've been pursued. Not with judgment, not with condemnation, but with love. Unshakable, unstoppable, unfailing love. I've been calling your name in whispers, through songs, through sunsets, through the quiet ache you couldn't quite explain. And now, you're finally listening. And I want you to hear me clearly, child. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of my story in you. You were never meant to carry this life alone, not the pain, not the pressure, not the past. So, today I'm asking you to do something bold, something eternal. Say yes to me. Not the kind of yes that's just words, but the yes that comes from deep surrender. The kind of yes that invites me into every room of your heart, even the ones you've kept locked for years. Because when you give me everything, I give you everything in return. Freedom, peace, hope, joy, a future, and above all, me. Type "Yes, Lord" in the comments if you're ready to give me your all. You've been looking for signs, for confirmation, for something to tell you it's not too late. This is it. This is your sign. This is heaven saying, we've been waiting for you. You're not too far gone. You're not too broken. You are not beyond grace. The cross was always enough. For you, the blood I shed, it covered your past. It cleanses your present, and it secures your future. Come to me, not because you have it all figured out, but because you're tired of trying to do it without me. You don't need perfect words. You don't need a perfect heart. Just come. Come as you are. With the tears, with the fear, with the doubts, and I will meet you right there, with open arms, with healing in my hands, with love that never lets go. Let this be the day everything changes. Let this be the day your heart softens. Let this be the day your name is whispered in heaven. They're coming home. If this message has reached you, if you feel something stirring deep inside, if something tells you this was meant just for you, that's me. My child, I see you. Right now, where you are. In the silence of your room, the ache in your heart, the questions that keep you awake at night. I see it all. Nothing is hidden from me. I know the battles you fought in secret, the tears you've wiped away before anyone noticed. You've wondered if your prayers are heard, if your pain has purpose, and I need you to know, yes, yes they are, and yes it does. There are only 3 hours left. 3 hours between where you are and a decision that could shift everything. You might think it's just another moment, just another day, but it's not. This is divine timing. Heaven is holding its breath because someone you love, someone already with me, has been whispering your name, begging me not to let this moment pass you by. There was a time you believed more easily. As a child, perhaps. You used to talk to me without fear. You used to dream without limits, but somewhere along the way, life hardened you. You were let down by people who promised love. You were wounded by the world's cruelty. You stopped believing not because you didn't want to, but because it hurt too much to hope. But I'm still here. I never left, not for 1 second. I've watched over you through every storm, holding you through the nights you felt alone. When you sat in your car and cried because you didn't know what else to do, I was in the seat beside you. When you said, God, if you're real, give me a sign. This is it. This message, this moment, is your sign. Type 1111 if you feel this is speaking directly to you. There's a woman here, an old soul, who prayed for you every night of her life. She's here with me now, and even in heaven, she hasn't stopped. She's the reason this message reached you. She's the reason I'm speaking now. You see, the decision I'm asking you to make isn't about religion. It's about relationship. It's not about rules. It's about love. A love that was poured out for you on a wooden cross over 2,000 years ago. A love that bled for you so that you wouldn't have to bleed alone. You might have heard the story before of the nails, the crown of thorns, the silence that followed his last breath. But you might not realize he saw your face in his final moments. As he hung there, struggling to breathe, he whispered, "It is finished, not in defeat, but in victory." Because in that moment, he secured your rescue, your forgiveness, your place with me. This is your invitation. Don't wait until it's too late. Time doesn't pause for us to figure it all out. That's why I gave you the cross. Because I knew you couldn't make it alone. I knew you'd need grace. Type Amen if you believe in me. If something inside you is stirring, even if it's just a whisper, respond to it. That's me, knocking on your heart. You've spent long enough trying to fill the emptiness with things that never satisfy. The relationships, the successes, the temporary highs, and still you feel the ache. That's because you were made for something more. You were made for me. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, called you, I appointed you. There's a purpose to your life, and it begins with one decision. Come back to me, just as you are. You don't need to clean yourself up first. You don't need to have all the answers. I just want your heart, the broken pieces and the hidden scars. I'll take them all. I'll make beauty from the ashes. I know it feels like you've gone too far, like maybe you've done too much, been gone too long, made too many mistakes. You think I've forgotten you, or worse, that I've given up on you. But listen closely, my beloved. There is nothing you've done that could make me stop loving you. My grace reaches deeper than your shame. My mercy is bigger than your Hatkin, you can never outrun the one who created you. I knit you together. I know every hair on your head. Every tear you've ever cried I've collected. Not one has been wasted. And that thing you regret, the moment you wish you could erase, I've already seen it and I still chose the cross. That's how much you mean to me. Someone in heaven, your father, your mother, your grandparent, or maybe someone you never met is crying out for you right now. Their voice joins with mine. Because they know what I've prepared for you. They've seen the beauty that waits beyond this life. And they're begging you. Don't waste the time you have left. 3. Hours is not just time on a clock. It's eternity knocking on the door of your heart. My child, do you feel it? That strange warmth in your chest? That stillness brushing against your spirit? That's me. I am near to the brokenhearted. I save those crushed in spirit. You don't have to carry your burdens anymore. Let me take them. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. That's my promise. Type, I'm coming home if you're ready to lay it down. Maybe no one's ever told you this, but I'm not ashamed of you. You've fallen, I'll catch you. You've failed, I'll redeem it. You've walked away, I'll run to meet you. Remember the story of the prodigal son? He thought he ruined everything. He rehearsed his apology the whole way home. But before he even reached the front door, his father ran to him. That is how I feel about you. I'm not waiting with a lecture. I'm waiting with open arms. Heaven throws a celebration when one soul turns back to me. And right now the angels are watching, hoping, praying, whispering your name. You are not forgotten. Even when you feel surrounded by darkness, even when the silence is deafening, I am with you. I am your light. I am your refuge. I will never leave you or forsake you. But you must choose. Love requires choice. I will not force you to love me. But I've never stopped choosing you. I've waited through your silence. I've wept with your pain. I've stood at the edge of your heartbreak and held you through it all. And, still I whisper, come home. There's a freedom you've never known waiting on the other side of surrender. There's a peace the world can't offer. A joy that isn't shaken by circumstances. A purpose that gives even your suffering meaning. But it begins with one step, just one. I'll meet you there. I promise. Type 727 if you're choosing to believe, even just a little. You don't have to have all the faith yet. Just a mustard seed. Just a whisper of hope. I can work with that. I've turned the smallest yes into miracles. I've healed the brokenhearted, restored the fallen, raised the dead. And I can restore you. Your life is not over. The best chapters haven't even been written yet. But they begin here. With me. The clock is ticking. But this isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to awaken you. To remind you that this life is not forever, but love is. And I am love. Eternal. Unshakable. Waiting. You're still here. That means your heart is listening. And that matters more than you know. Every second that passes is a second closer to a turning point. You may not feel ready. You may be afraid. But faith doesn't mean having no fear. It means moving forward even with trembling hands, trusting that I will catch you. Do you remember the thief on the cross? He had nothing left. No time to change his life. No legacy to leave. Just one breath. And one choice. In his final moments, he looked over and said, Jesus, remember me? That's all. Not a perfect prayer. Not a long confession. Just a desperate plea from a heart that believed. And I answered him immediately. Today, you will be with me in paradise. That is how quickly everything can change. One moment of belief, one surrender, one whispered, yes. Type remember me if that cry is rising from your heart too. There is someone watching this right now. You've been trying so hard to be strong for everyone else, carrying burdens for your family, showing up for others even when you're falling apart inside. You've told yourself that weakness is failure, but I tell you the truth. Your weakness is where my strength shines brightest. Let go. You don't have to be your own savior. You were never meant to be. I will fight for you. You need only to be still. Do you hear that? Be still, my child. I've already gone before you. I've already written your victory. But you must stop trying to earn my love. You already have it. You always did. There's nothing to prove, just something to receive. Someone in heaven, a child you lost, a parent who once held you, a friend whose last breath was a prayer for you. They are watching now. They know what I can do. They've seen the peace I give here, in my presence. They are praying, yes, praying that your heart will not harden. Heaven is not far away. It's reaching for you. The veil between here and eternity is thinner than you realize. That's why your soul feels this so deeply, because it's not just a message, it's a call, a pull, a whisper from another world. My world. And I want you to be part of it. You've questioned your worth. You've looked in the mirror and struggled to love what you see. But let me tell you what I see. I see beauty. I see strength. I see someone worth dying for. Even if you were the only one on earth, I still would have gone to the cross. That's how precious you are to me. And that cross, it wasn't the end. I rose. I conquered death so that you would never have to be afraid of it. I rose so that you would know there is always hope, even when it feels too late, even when your soul is tired, even when you're down to your final 3 hours. There's still time. Type, I believe, if your heart is even beginning to awaken. The world is loud. It drowns out my voice with noise and fear and distraction. But you've paused to listen, and I will honor that. I see the fight inside of you. You want to believe, you want to come home, but you're scared you'll mess it up again. It's okay. I don't expect perfection. I just want your heart. Your honesty is beautiful to me. Even your doubts, bring them. Even your anger, I can take it. Even your confusion, I will gently lead you through it. I am not afraid of your mess. I want to step into it with you. And when you fall, I'll pick you up. When you cry, I'll hold you. When you feel lost, I'll light the way. Because you are mine. Right now, there's still time. But the clock is ticking. You made it this far, and heaven is rejoicing. There's a trembling in the atmosphere because you're closer now than you've ever been, closer to the truth, closer to peace, closer to home. The moment you opened your heart, even just a little, everything in the spiritual realm began to move. Chains started breaking, walls began to fall, because when you move toward me, I run toward you, remember that. The world told you that love has to be earned, that forgiveness is only for the deserving. But my love doesn't work that way. I didn't wait for you to be perfect. I loved you first. I chose you first. I gave everything before you ever said yes. You've been chasing approval, haven't you? From people who didn't see you. From voices that told you you're not enough. And it's left you exhausted. Empty. You've asked yourself, why do I feel like something is missing? And now you know. It's me. I am what your soul has always been searching for. Type found if you feel like something inside you is finally waking up. You might feel like you've wasted years, like too much has been lost to pain, to bad choices, to broken paths. But listen to me carefully. I am the God who restores time. I can bring beauty from ashes. I can make rivers flow in the desert. I can breathe life into dry bones. Nothing is too far gone in my hands. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are right on time for redemption. And that someone in heaven, the one who's been praying for you, is smiling through tears. Because you're starting to hear the song of heaven calling you home. They know what awaits you, they've tasted the joy that never ends, and their greatest longing is to see you walk through the gates one day whole and free. But my child, don't wait for death to know what it feels like to live. I came so that you could have life, and have it abundantly. That means peace, now. Joy now, healing now. Yes, eternity is coming. But I want you to walk with me here while you still breathe. I want to give your days purpose. I want to use your scars to help others heal. You've been through so much, and I know it. Not a moment of your suffering has been ignored. I was with you in every silent scream, every hospital room, every dark night when you said, "God, are you even real?" And even when you couldn't hear me. I never left. I was holding your heart together while it broke. I was planting seeds of hope while you walked through fire. And now those seeds are beginning to bloom. Type, "Still here," if you're holding on, even if it's just by a thread. You don't need to have strong faith to be held by me. Even weak faith in a strong God moves mountains. Even the quietest cry reaches the throne of heaven. You are heard. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. And I know what you're thinking. What now? Now, you surrender. Not in fear, but in trust. Let go of trying to fix everything. Yourself. Let go of the guilt, the shame, the need to be perfect. Come to me, and I will give you rest. The kind of rest your soul has longed for but never found in this world. This is not the end of your story. This is the part where everything begins to change. The part where healing starts. Where wounds begin to close. Where you finally stop running and fall into arms that have been open since the beginning. Heaven is watching. Your name is echoing through eternity. One more part to go. One more breath. One more step. And in the final part, I will show you what happens when you say yes, not just with your words, but with your life.